What's good, New York City? Welcome to the show. And as always, we got some things to talk about today, man. Yesterday, the Knicks come off of their first ever ticker tape parade down in City Hall. While many enjoyed the parade and the festivities, there were thousands more who beg to differ. Stephen A. Smith, he says that the Knicks should not be the favorites to repeat as champions. We'll get down to the bottom of that. Do I agree? Do I disagree? Also, with the news that James Dolan recently put out there, the Knicks will not become a second apron team. So that will more than likely mean Mitchell Robinson will make an exit. Well, we will go over 5 draft picks that could potentially replace Mitchell Robinson. All right. And salute to Captain 11, Jalen Brunson. He says, I don't have to say ish at the parade. Phenomenal experience. Phenomenal. To me, I love the energy. We'll also talk about Mike Brown's shocking admission at the parade. And what that could lead. You know, what does that entail for the Knicks coaching staff? Mitchell Robinson's truck makes a grand appearance in the parade and steals the show. All right. Is this Mitchell Robinson's last hurrah? And also, Jose Alvarado speaks, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, oh boy. This thing just gets more interesting by the second. But look, we're going to talk about that on today's episode of the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. What's good, everyone? Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan. And I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibe. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. It is Friday. So a lot of you people, today is the last day of work. But before we begin the show, we do have to address the proper formality. We have to smash that like button. So as you enter the show, smash that like button so we can help let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be. And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe because all over half of you guys who watch and not subscribe most of the time. So subscribe now and help us close the gap. We're on the road to 10K subs, and we're growing rapidly. So each time we reach new subscriber milestones, we do have special giveaways. And the next is the 5K giveaway, where we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. All you have to do is subscribe. No phone numbers, no emails, no janky websites. None of the above. Subscribe now, and you will automatically be entered in a chance to win this card, right? Which is growing tremendously in value, especially because now he's a Finals MVP. Big time salute to D from LA. I see you. I got you. Give me a second. Prince Charles, what's good? OKF Nation. Big time salute to my man Mellow Mike, man. This guy's my road warrior, man. I didn't get a chance to link with him at the parade, but we went to the after parade party. Then he went with me to Long Island for a show I did with Quentin Copels of the New York Jets. It was yesterday was a crazy day. I'm gonna explain more about that in a second. I'm gonna tell you my parade experience. I'm gonna give you the real parade breakdown ever. All right, El Figgy, what's going on? Darlene, what's good? How you feeling? Hopefully everything is good. Sean Can't Stop Key, I see you in the building. All right. Who else is up in here? Zach, what's good, Zach? All right. Joseph, Killer B, what's good, Killer B? Good to see you. Quest ENT, what's up? All right, as you guys enter the show, smash that like button, man. What a day, man. What a day. What a day yesterday was. And I'm gonna get to that. Just give me a second. I'm gonna tell you my parade story. I think I'm not gonna leave with it, but I'll get to it fairly early. The parade, my experience wasn't the greatest experience, but it was the greatest experience. I'm not going to act like the parade wasn't a good time. It just, to me, it just wasn't. Just poor execution. But we'll talk more about that in a second. Tonight I'm coming back. I'm doing another show tonight. Because there's more I want to talk about the second apron. I had some conversations yesterday, and what I realized is that people do not understand the gravity of the second apron. I don't think y'all understand the gravity of the second apron. We're going to talk about that tonight on tonight's show. What else? So tomorrow will be an NBA Saturday. I don't know if I'm doing 2 shows tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to do an NBA Saturday tomorrow for sure, because there's a lot of NBA stuff going on. To all my people who, and I'll probably talk about this more tomorrow, but to all the people who think there's no shot for Giannis to come to New York, I don't know about that. A lot of these teams are looking at plan B right now. That's all I'm seeing. Well, if we don't get Giannis, we're going to go here. Why is there a plan B if there's a shoe or if there's a guarantee that Giannis will go to a certain team in particular? So, it's very interesting, the NBA. So we definitely will be doing NBA Saturdays. There is some boxing on Saturday, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel about doing another show. And then, of course, members only Sundays will be going down this Sunday. I made a decision, of course. Well, let me just stay in order. Monday will be This Week Inside the Knicks podcast. But on Tuesday, I'm going to be live streaming the draft. All right. How I'm doing it is it will be a members only panel. So to all the channel members, you guys will be able to get on the panel for Tuesday. But I'm going to stream live to everyone. You feel me? So if you're a channel member, you want to talk about the draft with me, you'll be able to get on the panel and talk about the draft with me. All right. So that's how we'll do that show on Tuesday. And maybe we may take some calls, but I'll just be more focused on the members on the panel kind of vibe. And we'll do that type of show. But that's what we're going to do Tuesday. So we're going to watch the draft together on Tuesday. I'm not sure about Wednesday because it's the second round. Maybe we'll do something for the second round too, because, the Knicks got 2 second round picks and we do have the 31st pick. So maybe we'll do something else on Wednesday. All right. But I just wanted to let you know that at least on Tuesday, we will be streaming the draft together. So I've been doing my homework on some young players that we possibly could get. But it's looking like, man, we might lose the entire Knick bench. I'm going to get to that in a second. We might not have a Knick bench. I don't know. But we're going to talk about it. So I'm going to start the show off with some parade stuff. All right. And then I use that to build to my parade story that I want to tell. Yeah, I'm going in today. I'm just letting you know I'm definitely going in. Salute to everybody. If you saw the short that I dropped this morning, I was on they changed the name of the show. I think it's the New York Loudmouth, right? So I was on there last night with my man Errol Marks and Quinn Coples from the New York Jets, and we were talking about the Knicks, and I told the story. I didn't really tell the story last night because it's going to take me some time to tell the story, but I gave like a synopsis of my experience. I dropped that short today, but y'all know if you watch that short that I'm getting ready to black out. But I'm gonna start off with some coaching stuff. Mike Brown, New York Knicks coach. He definitely deserves a round of applause. You can't say Mike Brown without giving him a round of applause. And I just love people, man. Yesterday it was crazy. I saw all types of stuff, but one thing I know is that I just like people, and I like good people even more. You know, good people is what keeps the world turning. But let me go into research mode. Oh, damn. Mike Brown's advocacy could cost the Knicks dearly. Why is that? Chris Gent is a candidate for the Portland Trailblazers job. All right. And Mike Brown said that Chris Gent, my associate coach, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten an interview. He's our offensive coordinator. He's been around for a long time. Somebody needs to get him an interview because he'll help your team win at the highest level. I thought that was phenomenal. A lot of people, they are self-interested. They don't really care about anything outside of what benefits them. And, you know, I'm not sure if you guys ever worked at a job where it's like the supervisor wanted to keep you under them. You could have been a great worker. You could have helped them a lot, make them look good for their superiors on the job. And then there's maybe an opportunity for you to progress, and then they start throwing shade, or they don't promote your promotion. They don't want to endorse it, right? I'm pretty sure we all experienced that when dealing in 9-to-5s and stuff like that. So, you know, for Mike Brown to have to say that, you know, because I always tell you, like, especially with the players, but in the NBA, you know, they have the greatest media training. So they're not going to give you the goods. They're not going to say, well, I hate this guy, I hate that guy. They're not going to do that. So it's always in what they don't say. I always say that. When you're listening to interviews from players and these professionals, it's what they don't say. It's never what they say, right? And so he didn't have to volunteer that information. But he is a candidate, and I think this is the latest update on this. I'm on 100, but I'm going to put it up there. But Chris Gent, I think, is in the runnings for this job, right? Now, a lot of you guys, Knick guys, y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. Y'all only want people to stay with the Knicks. You only want people to stay with the Knicks. By the way, hold on before I continue. D, I got you. He says, after you settle in, we got to talk. It's about to be an off season. Let's go. Hit my line. I got you, D. So I'll get you up there. I'll open the show with you, D. I just wanted to make sure I read your message before I proceeded. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. And I'm curious to see what you got to say, especially on tonight's show as well, because I'm going to be talking more about the second apron. But, you know, whatever direction you would like to go in, we can go in. And then tonight, my tonight show will be my tonight show. I'm going to go pretty deep with the whole second apron stuff because I don't think y'all understand y'all don't understand the gravity of it. Anyway, so Chris Gent, you know, is in the job. He's in the mix for the job. Been 2 weeks since reports indicated that the Trailblazers identified 3 finalists for their head coaching job. All right. Tiago Splitter, Makai Nori, and Tyler Lashbrook. However, Portland's search was slowed to some extent by the fact that the team owner, Tim Dondan's other team in the NHL, Hurricanes, was competing and ultimately won the Stanley Cup. And Splitter was hired away by Chicago during that time, leaving Nori and Lashbrook in the mix. So I'm assuming now that Splitter is gone. Now they want to, add another coach, because with the NBA coaching search, the more candidates, the better. You don't want to just have 1 or 2 people. You rather have 3 or more because it gives you an opportunity to really, pick the best coach, right? So it's like you're not settling for someone who was just, has some sort of favor, because everybody, that someone is going to have a favor, some certain favor, like, oh, this is my cousin's, barber's husband, great friend of the family. You always got these types of connections. So it is what it is. But now, according to Sean Hyken of the Rose Garden Report, Knicks associate coach Chris Gent has been connected with Portland's vacancy within the past couple of days. So I was wondering, and this is what I mean by being around good people. I was curious to know, why didn't none of the Knicks staff come up in others' interviews? There's quite a few coaching vacancies. Some have been filled already, but none of the Knicks assistants came up. And a lot of you guys, y'all want to hold on to everybody. You don't want to let anyone go. That's not how business works. In business, people come and go, period. Us as fans, oh no, my favorite player. Oh no, you got to, in today's NBA, in order to stay at the top, you're going to have to make adjustments to plans. You're going to have to, have some turnover. But the key thing about today's NBA is you got to have a knack of continually finding good people to replace voids, because good people do not stay in a position for so long. So if Chris Gent is as great as they say they were, and he was help running the offense, then someone should be trying to utilize him for his services as a coach on their team, right? I support upward mobility. I always say I'm a player appreciator. I always say that. It's my consistent theme in life. I want to see people do well. I don't have a hateful bone in my body. I go at institutions. That's just me. So I don't like the Celtics, but Jason Tatum, I was a huge Jason Tatum supporter at Duke University. I was happy to see Jason Tatum have a great career. I'm not somebody who hates players. I see the bigger picture. So I always want to see the players do well, just not against the Knicks, but that's a whole nother topic. Bottom line is, we're going to have to replace whatever coaches we lose and whatever players we lose. But if you believe Leon Rose is as great as he is, then he is up for the task. And, if Chris Gent has to go, I wish him all well. All the best to you. Do your thing. All right. So Mike Brown, great guy, man. Did not have to say that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it helps the man get the job or not. But think about it. Let's say he doesn't get the job because there's two other guys that were there before him, two other candidates. But what does that do for Chris Gent now as he continues his tenure under Mike Brown? Going to make him feel even more, loyal or grateful for being under what Mike Brown is building. It's just a great move to me. It can only be good. But when you want to stop people, then no, don't leave. Take less. Don't go. That's just crazy to me. That's not what life is. Life is about advancement. And we got to allow people to spread their wings. And you should be helping people spread their wings. Okay? We can stick with the parade. Jalen Brunson. He said, I don't got ish to say. Now, I heard most of the parades because we made it to American Whiskey at a pretty good time. I got there a little after 12, and that's when all the speeches commenced. But I ain't gonna lie, we were having conversations, and it was just a great time. But I did, manage to key in on certain things, and I key in on Jalen Brunson's speech. I thought that, salute to the captain, man. First off, he's the best player in the world. Best player in the world. Draymond Green conceded that Jalen Brunson is one of them ones, 1A, whatever the hell you want to call him. He's one of the best players in the world. Jalen Brunson deserves all the praise. They said he couldn't do it because of his size. They made up these narratives that were ridiculous. And, Jalen Brunson, if you continue to doubt him, you will just look like a fool. And that's the consistent theme. By the way, as you enter the show, smash that like button so we can let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be. All right. We're going to get to Stephen A. He says that the Knicks are not favorites the Knicks shouldn't be favorites to repeat. Do you agree with him? We're going to get into that. I will introduce that concept or what he said before you guys take calls, and then I'll give my perspective of it. And after this, I'm going to give my parade story as well. So smash that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed, because well over half of the guys who watch and girls who watch are not subscribed. So, subscribe now to help us close the gap. I want to salute to everybody who I saw at the parade yesterday. Salute to y'all. All right, I'm going to talk more about that. But I also want to salute to the people who saw me. There's people who said they saw me, but they couldn't get to me. Thousands of people, right? But I'll get to that in a second, all right? But let me get to research mode really quickly. I want to talk about Jalen Brunson and his remarks, his response. Hopefully y'all can see it. No, you can. Give me 2 seconds. I opened up a new window. I don't know why, but it's all good. So we're going to do it like this. Bam. All right. Jalen Brunson swiped to haters at City Hall. I don't have ish to say to them. Matter of fact, I'm going to play it for y'all. Hold up. I'm going to play it. Why not? Let's have some fun today. It's Friday. How many of you guys are today's your last day of work for the week? Big time salute to you if this is your weekend. I'll play it. Let's hear Jalen Brunson in his own words.
There's a lot of people that have a lot of negative stuff to say. There's a lot of people who have a lot of opinions. But when you prove them wrong, you really don't have to say shit to them.
Hey, that's bars right there. That's fine. When you prove them wrong, you don't have to say ish to them. Sugar, honey, iced tea. Stay where you stand. You see, this is why I'm a player appreciator. You can never put me in that trick bag. Oh, this person will never be this. How do you know? And what makes your opinion the grand standard when it counters what actually happens? I laugh when they say teams are overrated. Why? Because you think they're that good? So egotistical, man. It's crazy to me. Come on, let me see if there's more. The big pause. That's a bar right there.
Nah, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it.
They don't deserve it, goddammit. Yo, salute to Jalen Brunson. That was hard. I don't know if he did that deliberately or he freestyled that, but that was fire. I'm sorry. That right there was fire. Hopefully they'll never learn, but listen, I understand you got to do certain things for clicks and views, and people like contention. Nobody likes positive news. I don't give a damn about the one person that complains of when I want to talk about Giannis or whatever. Oh, but none of you guys watch nothing positive, bro. If we sat here all day and said the Knicks are the greatest thing ever, you're not going to watch that video. But let me talk about Draymond Green. Let me say what this person says, or this person attacked that. That's what y'all want to watch. You're bloodthirsty. So these people, the commentators, the pundits, and the people who are on TV talking to the masses, they're desperate because they want you to view. So they say these things because they know it's going to get you to view it. But maybe going forward, people won't be as brass to think that their opinion is the grand standard. And you tear guys down. How do you know who they're going to be? You don't know what they're going to be. Right? You don't know. So when you say this player can't do this and he's not going to be that, a young player, they're going to hit you with that. No, I don't want to do your interview. I'm good. Or you do the interview, I'm going to make you feel it. What did you say? I like how Jalen Brunson be checking people about what they said, because he's in tune with what they saying. But Jalen Brunson's Mr. Miyagi. It don't rattle him. It don't faze him. We okay. We good. So salute to Jalen Brunson. I just had to do this because I felt like that was a bar in this speech when I heard it. It was the best thing I heard yesterday. The best thing I heard. So I want to tell my story about the parade. You know, I try to write some things down, but I'm just gonna speak from the top of the goddamn head as I always do. So yesterday was the parade, and the night before that, I did a show talking about Dolan's comments on the second apron. The show went a little longer than I wanted it to. So I found myself just going to sleep very late, knowing I had to get up at 4 o'clock. And I'll probably wind up going to sleep just at 2. I might have got 2 hours of sleep the whole day yesterday. 2 hours of sleep. Got up at 4. Took the train down. I managed to get to City Hall before 6 o'clock, like just before 6 o'clock. I got to give a big time salute to my man, Will. My man, Will, he flew all the way out from France. My man, Will, flew all the way out from France. He sent me an email. By the way, if you want to contact me, that's the best way to contact me. Do not text this number. I'm not going to respond. Do not call the number when it's not showtime. I'm not going to pick up. If you want to contact me, the email is right there. info@thisweekinsidetheknicks.com. Send me an email. I respond to my emails daily. Right? So he sent me an email, said he was flying out from France. So I'm like, okay, cool. But here's the problem. The city of New York and the mayor, right? Who, by the way, you know, I'm not going to take no credit away from his speech. I thought the speech was a good speech, you know. But at the end of the day, I don't really give a damn about your politics when it comes to the Knicks. I don't care. That's either side. I don't like when the Knicks are used as a tool for politics. I don't really care. You know, none of you guys are hardcore basketball fans. None of you guys know what the hell is going on the floor. So it was a cool speech, and I'm glad that going forward, we don't even have to talk about you no more. So great speech, but your parade was for thousands of people. Now, the people who were inside, salute to the people who made it inside. You lucky ones. Y'all all were lucky. Great job. But I'm speaking for the thousands of people that were left behind at the gate. That's who I'm speaking for today. So my man, Will, from France, I told him where I was going to be at. But here's the problem. The city of New York and the mayor, they said that, well, you should be at the parade 2 hours before. So I was like, well, we're going to get there by 6. That's 4 hours before the parade started. All right. So we get off at Bowling Green. Bowling Green was a nightmare. Fulton Street was a nightmare. Those two places were nightmares. All right. And salute to everybody who was at the parade in the chat. You know, if you made it inside, you was happy. This story doesn't apply for you. But while you guys made it inside, there were 2 more for each one of you who were outside at the gate. Yeah. It was nasty. It was nasty. And so I'm coming on the train right now. Everybody's going to Fulton. Everybody, the whole train, right? So I'm like, damn, should I get off at Fulton too? But I told a lot of people, salute to everybody who popped out. I told a lot of people I was going to be by Bowling Green, so I had to keep my word. And no matter what, even if I didn't see anybody, at least I can say I went to Bowling Green with a clear conscience. You feel what I'm saying? Because I told everyone I was going to be there. I am so glad I did that because I just so happened to run into Will from France. He came up to me and said, hey, I'm Will from France. I said, oh, what's going on? I'm happy I found somebody. Salute to Ron from Still Knicks fans. Because I was supposed to be linking up with him. Because we had the same game plan. We were going to go to Bowling Green, and we were going to go to Washington Street and Morris entrance. Washington Street and Morris was closed. So it's a mad scramble. You can't meet with nobody. Blocks are locked off so that you can't go down certain blocks. That is what made meeting very difficult. Very difficult. And so we get to the Broadway. No, not Broadway. We get to, what was it? Exchange and Broad? I think it was Broad and Exchange. All right. Yeah, Broad Street and Exchange. I wrote it down because I knew I would forget. Anyway, so me and Will get there. It's madness. You got people coming from all different directions. All right, so look, let me give you a perfect example. The best example. Oh, you know what? I could do it like this. Let me see if I could do it like this. Hold on. Because I want to show y'all what I'm talking about. All right. Now, you know how when you're coming down a block, right? And you reach the intersection, you have the block going perpendicular, okay? And then you got the street that you're coming down, right? It meets like a crossroads, creating 3 entry points into your street. 2 from the side streets, 1 on this side, 1 on that side, and 1 on your street. So when we get to the street, there's a line of people. There's people that were on this line 4, 5 o'clock. And there are people that were on this line who lined up in orderly fashion that did not get inside the parade. They did not get inside the parade. So when me and Williams get there, right, I'm like, okay, cool. So I don't want to jump the line because I'm a man of integrity. So I'm not going to just skip all these people, but I'm letting you know, once you got to Broad and Exchange, there is no police direction. The police are standing on the inside of the block, right? With the barricade. So that means that, and I'm gonna try to show you on the map. Hold on, because I got to do this to justice. Yeah, I'm going in today. They dropped the ball with the parade like I knew they would. I petitioned them to do this on the bigger avenues. So that way, the New Yorkers, the real Knicks fans, salute to the real Knicks fans, can all get an opportunity to see the parade. They only did it so a select few could get in because I believe they could not control. They felt they couldn't control the amount of people that were going to come in attendance. They only had 10,000 officers. That was it. So that's why you had certain entrances that were overwhelmed. But I want to salute the people that was on Broad Street and Exchange who decided to not rush the police like they did on the other streets, because police barricades were rushed and people scrammed inside. But on the block we were on, we held it down like, nah, we're not going to do that, y'all. We're going to try to hold it down because we were 2 blocks away from Broadway. All right. Now, I'm trying to find the block. Where the hell is Beaver at? All right, hold on. Let me show you what I'm looking at. All right, really quickly. So I'm looking at the map. This is the above ground view of the map. So we were over here. Yeah, right here. This is the block we on. Broad and Exchange. So you see how Broad Street, let me zoom in. You see how Broad Street meets Exchange? And like, so you got people coming from this side, and this side. Now the line of people were on Exchange Place. So me and William get right here where the mouse is. We're right there. We should have stayed. I swear to God, if we would have stayed right there, we would have been inside the parade. But we said, nah, we're going to be good Samaritans. We're going to get on the line. Now this line goes all the way back. This line goes all the way back to here and continued. All right. So I told William, I said, yo, we're going to just get on the line because I don't want to skip nobody. Right? I could have, but I said, nah, I'm not going to do that because there were no police here. The police were in here where the mouse is. You see where the mouse is? The police were in this block here. All over here, thousands of people. So when we get all the way here, I see my man, Grady High School, who always calls up the line. He's like, yo, Karan, come here. I said, see, Will, I'm going to see somebody we know. So we chilling with them. They got there at 5 o'clock. Salute to my man Dunlap. Salute to my man John. My man Mark, who was there with me. We all went to high school together. It was great to see them. Great conversation. So even though I'm like, yo, maybe if I would have went to Fulton, I might have got in the parade, but I probably would have been by myself. Or I would have seen other people who I knew, but I felt like I would have led my people astray because these are the people who went there to try to see me. And there were more people who went there who wanted to see me. Right? And matter of fact, I'm a share a story from one of the people that was there as I continue to, I'm going in today on Man, Mom, Donnie. You dropped the ball with the parade. It was a huge failure. Not for the people who were inside. I'm talking about the thousands of New Yorkers who were outside. The worst experience ever. Except, I'm going to get the except in a second. But salute to this person right here. Hold on. I'm on the wrong video. My bad. Hold on. Not that video. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Wait. No, not this one. Hold on. Where am I at? Am I on my page? I don't even know my page. Let me get to my page. Let me get to my shorts. Because somebody... All right. So I put... This is a picture from my phone right here. You see this short? This is from my phone. This is on Broad Street. You see all these people? Thousands of people that could not get in the parade. Mom Donnie. Yeah. So, this is me, by the way. I put this shirt up on the channel. This is me. That's Errol Marks. And Quentin Copel's all the way on the left side over here from the New York Jets. We were having a conversation, and they asked me about my parade experience. And so, let me see if I could get this comment. I don't know. I want to show the comment. Let me see. All right, Ben. So, salute to this brother right here he's going to co-sign everything I just said. This brother, Bruce Smith, he said, hey, bro, I wanted to give you a shout out at the parade. I spotted you at the front of the crowd on Exchange and Broad. Conforming and corroborating everything I just said. You all right? Near the entertainer with the pick in his braid. Yes, there's this guy who had a pick in his braid. That was hilarious. Yo, New Yorkers are funny, bro. So we had to keep ourselves entertained for like 6 hours. Until the parade started. Wish they were late. But yeah, there was a guy with a pick in his beard. Anyway, he was hilarious. I was about 15 feet behind me. I would have never known that, but of course he could recognize me. Too many damn people to move up and give you a dap. I made it on the 5 a.m. ferry. Do you hear this? The 5 a.m. ferry from SI to the city, and was painful to see that I just missed being the last group of people that was allowed to move up on Broadway. So listen. So let me continue the story, and I'm gonna get back to this brother's comment. So now we're over here. So now the line is moving. As soon as we get right here on the corner, I'm gonna show you. We see people running. They were running in. The police lost control. They lost control, Mom Donnie. Oh, we're going to scan everybody at the exit. I'm telling you right now, a lot of people were not scanned. People were just running in. Not just at this entrance at the time. Then they got hold, they got control, and then they started x-raying and whatever. But people were just running in. So all the people that were online right here, going around, were online for no reason. Because look, the late people that came at 7 o'clock, not 7 o'clock, the late people who came, I'm going to say after 6, because this happened before 7. All these people over here that came late, a lot of them managed to get in before these people who were online, y'all. So now like the brother just said, we're the last ones to get in the gate. So me, and Dunlap, and by the way, salute to Dunlap's mother too. She watches the show. If you watching, I appreciate you. She said, "Oh God, I see you on TV all the time." So salute to her. She was a trooper. She held it down. So we couldn't just bull rush and run, and also we didn't know that we weren't going to get in because people were there since 5 o'clock. We didn't know that there was a cutoff. So we didn't like make a full court press to get inside, but literally we get right here as the police start to like maintain the order and they lock it off. We're literally right at the gate. Right here at the gate. Now look, this is where the parade is on Broadway. So we're right here. This is where Brunson and everybody's going right now. This is Brunson and Towns and Dolan. This is where they all going, up here. All right? So you could see a little bit, but we really couldn't see. We really couldn't see. So I just wanted to give you the visual of the nightmare, the madness. So we're at the gate just trying to see if we could talk my way in. Salute to Will. I said, yo, Will, just say you came all the way from France and that, your media from France. We just was talking, having a good time, having fun. Trying to make the best of the situation, but I was pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. We stood there in that same spot by the gate from just after 6 o'clock to about just after 11 o'clock. Surrounded by thousands of New Yorkers who were pissed off and trying to get a glimpse of the parade. It's sad that you're 2 blocks away from the parade, and then some of us had to go on our TV, on our phones with terrible internet. The internet was terrible, but it was a logistical nightmare. I seen people on our side. Once the police maintained the order, nobody rushed the barrier, but I seen barriers getting rushed. I seen people just trampling over barriers, and that is a security risk because now you got people who are not screened who are part of the parade, right? I seen a kid get arrested after pleading with the officers that, yo, I have to go take a test. I have to go take a test. I'm here to take a test. I've seen people get into physical incidents. People were passing out, having anxiety attacks. There were people who were trying to get to work that couldn't get to work, Mom Donnie. People aggravated, frustrated because there was not enough space. And they knew that. They said that there was well over 2 million people there. That little space, this little space right here, let me show you. So this is where the parade was, y'all. Came here, they started coming floats over here, right? All the way up. This little ass strip right here. You gonna fit 2 million people on this? 2 million people on this little ass Broadway streets? Right here to your little stupid park with your little stupid ceremony that you wanted to do at your park? That was it. 2 million people flooding this little area right here. This is New York City. It's a shame that this was the case. I want to give a big time salute to everybody who came out to American Whiskey. I met somebody as well at the parade who helped me calm down. There's a guy named Mario Machete. He's online. He tells a story about doing 20 years of jail time for a crime he didn't commit. I saw him interview on another platform, and he was talking to somebody about his story. I said, yo, that sounds like the guy. So he was right next to me. So we started talking, and talking to him, he made me feel a lot better because, he did a lot of time away. He said, yo, man, this is great, man. Don't worry about being inside. Yo, we good right here. No one can tell us that we did not experience the parade. So I want to salute to that brother right there. Took pictures with him. Even exchanged numbers. And it was a great. It was a great time because I met a lot of people. I got to see Will. And I'm glad that I went that way. So even though the parade was a disaster, a logistical nightmare. You know, I wound up meeting people. Then you had fire trucks trying to come down Broad Street. Couldn't get through. There was too much people. There was nowhere for the people to move. Ambulance got stuck on exchange place, could not get through. So now people can't get emergency services in this area. They told people to show up 2 hours in advance. You had people there 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours in advance that did not get to see the parade. It's a shame. So yeah, your cute little speech was cute, but I didn't give a damn when you had to say, because I was upset that I was outside risking my life to try to get inside a parade. People were agitated. People were threatening people. I mean, there was, you know, thank goodness there wasn't no fights, but there were people who were assaulted, but it didn't, you know, no one was hurt. Thank goodness. It was crazy over there. It was a nightmare. So if they want to smile and act like this was a great experience, I'm going to be the first one to tell them it wasn't. But the people who showed up to American Whiskey, I got to meet Ron from Still Knicks Fan. Yo, guys, to all the Still Knicks Fan people, Ron is a giant. He is not a normal guy. I'm telling you right now, Ron is not a normal guy. He has to be Mitchell Robinson's height. I couldn't believe it. But if you go look at Ron on social media, he look like a regular height guy, maybe 6 foot. This guy is a giant, man. Salute to Mellow Mike. Mellow Mike was there with me. He met me at American Whiskey, right? And Mellow Mike is a big guy. 6'5", big. He looks like a little guy next to Ron from Still Knicks Fans. Couldn't believe it. Great to see him. That's our first time meeting in person. I got to see John as well. I think the Dope Soul Collective was there as well. Who else was there? I'm sorry if I'm missing out names. Then I connected with somebody I went to junior high school with. It was crazy. Salute to Juan from Carolina who drove up. He came to American Whiskey. My man Lopez came to American Whiskey, right? Steve from Yonkers, salute. He came up to American Whiskey. Yeah, man. And to all the other people who came to American Whiskey who I didn't get a chance to see, man, big time salute to y'all. You know, it was a great time, except for that parade experience. But, you know, seeing everybody at American Whiskey, it was great. And then having to go all the way to Long Island. It was a very long day. I got 2 hours of sleep, but I held it down like a champion. But that's my parade story. Trying to think of if I got everything else out. Right, talked about politicizing the Knicks. Definitely a lack of structure, you know. But I speak for the thousands of Knicks fans who couldn't get in. Anyway, smash that like button. All right, I do appreciate y'all if you just joined the show. We talking about Stephen A. I'm about to get to Stephen A. in a second. But I had to tell you guys about my parade, man. My parade experience. Yeah. I'm very disappointed, and I felt like the city of New York dropped the ball. And if you're not subscribed, you might as well subscribe. I'm here twice a day, every day. Every day. I'm glad that me personally, I don't have to talk about politics no more. I don't got to talk about no politician because now the celebration's over. Now we could talk about basketball stuff. That's what I'm hyped about, all right? I don't really care about what the president got to say. I don't care about what none of them got to say. I just want to talk basketball and leave my Knicks alone. We are not going either way. I don't care. But I want to talk about Stephen A. Smith and what he had to say. You know, Stephen A. Smith is somebody who you know, I still don't think he's the best when it comes to the Knicks stuff because I don't feel like he represents the Knicks enough. But you know, he said that he apologized to Jalen Brunson, and maybe, you know, that'll be some atonement. I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna play this for y'all. This audio of what he said, and we'll dissect it and see exactly if you guys agree or disagree. Then I'll get to the phone lines. But you know, Stephen A. Smith, I'm trying to give him a shot. I'm trying to. We'll see if he represents. But my question to you guys, and I'm not gonna play the entire audio, but we're gonna play some of it. But is he wrong in what he's saying? Is he wrong in what he's saying? And if he's wrong, why is he wrong? But let's listen.
New York Knicks shouldn't be the favorites the next season, even if they are the champions. If you know basketball and you're covering basketball, you know what happened this year. You can look at this team and legitimately say the New York Knicks deserve to be the favorites coming out of the East.
Now, that part of what he just said, the Knicks should be the favorite coming out of the East. I agree with that. I don't think that the Eastern Conference right now, unless somebody does some crazy moves, I don't see nobody beating us in the East. I really don't. I think we should be the favorite to come out of the East. So I agree with him on that point.
Without question, the New York Knicks should be the favorite to represent the Eastern Conference in next year's NBA Finals. Not the Celtics, the Knicks.
And you see that part right there? Not the Celtics. The reason why he said that is because they showed the odds for next season, and Boston is ranked higher than the Knicks to win the championship. How? How is Boston? That's crazy to me. How is Boston rated higher than the Knicks? That is just, it's just a, yeah. So I agree with that part.
I don't give a damn if Jason Tatum is healthy, okay? The Knicks and the Celtics, sure, but the Knicks should be the favorites, number one.
So that was number one. The Knicks should be the favorites to come out the East. So Stephen A. Smith has the Knicks right now going to the finals. Right now, but that could change.
Why? We can't put anything against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City Thunder was in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. The Oklahoma City...
Hold on. So according to his logic right now, he has the Oklahoma City Thunder ahead of the Knicks. All right?
The Thunder were without J-Dub, Jalen Williams, and A.J. Mitchell, your second and third scorers. I keep reminding folks, you remember Jalen Williams? Remember J-Dub?
Now, I think that's all I'm gonna play for his soundbite, because I don't like the whole blowing up Oklahoma like they're the greatest. I got an article I wrote. If you hadn't read it, it's on my Substack. It's called "The Knicks Are at the Top of the Mountain Staring Down at OKC," and I wrote that article because I really thought that OKC was going to see us in the finals. But if you read that article, there's a lot of reasons why I feel that way. So if the logic is, his logic is that, well, Oklahoma should be the favorite next year, I strongly disagree with Stephen A. Smith. Now, had he said this, and this is why, hey, I said, yo, Stephen A., we could work together. Listen, bro, I could be your research guy. You will have the fire Knicks takes ever, the best Knicks takes ever. Because this is what I would have said. The reason why I don't favor the Knicks to repeat as champions is because, one, well, they don't plan on spending money to go over the second apron, right? Even though I would disagree with that as well, but at least to me, it would be a better rationale. Because one can make the argument that by the Knicks not going into the second apron, you're shortchanging your bench. Because you're going to lose Mitchell Robinson and Landry Shamet more than likely, for sure. Mitchell Robinson definitely, but there's a good chance you lose Landry Shamet as well. But you also might lose Jose. We'll get to that a little bit later. So if that is the argument, now I got to replace those guys who are champions with guys who are not champions and young guys. Okay, that's just a better argument to me. However, I am not an advocate for the second apron at all. I don't think you should go into this. I don't think it's a good idea. And I'm going to talk more about that tonight. Right? But I'm just, trying to help Stephen A out with his argument, right? Because I don't think it's a guarantee OKC gets out the West next year either. And the truth be told, a lot of this conversation is premature. We didn't even get through the offseason yet. We don't even know who's going to be on whose team. What if LeBron goes to Golden State, right? And now LeBron has Steph, Jimmy Butler, Kristaps Porzingis. Of course, Draymond Green will still be there, right? What if they come back all healthy with the old man team and then they get a bunch of little guards? They still got Moses Moody, right? I like Podziemski. And they knocked I wouldn't be, I'm not saying the Warriors are the favorite, but I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if Golden State beats the Thunder in the playoffs here. I wouldn't be surprised. LeBron was giving them fits with a banged up Austin Reeves. This is the same Oklahoma City Thunder who struggles in Game 7s to win. You just said it. Game 7. They are the Game 7 champions, dog. That's all they do. They go 7 with everybody. It was 7 with Indiana. They go 7 with Denver. 7 with San Antonio. They the 7-game champions, dog. No, I disagree with Stephen A strongly, goddammit. But I'm going to take some calls. What do you got to say? 646-995-8389. Stephen A. Smith. Oh, boy. Call up, voice your opinion. Man, I'm sorry I didn't get to the lines sooner, but I had a lot of stuff I had to get off my chest with the parade. We could talk about Stephen A. He's off his rockets with this one. Right now, I don't know if we're gonna repeat because I got to see what Leon Rose does. I don't know what we're gonna do. I got to see the draft. I got to see free agency. I got to see the trades. I got to see where we stand where the dust settles. But I don't think nobody in the East has the moves to be better than us. But as far as the West Coast, now if OKC comes back and they go get Giannis or they go do something crazy like that, okay, then we could have that discussion. But OKC with their regular team that they want to keep while losing Isaiah Hartenstein because they're facing the same second apron issues that we're facing. Yeah, it's no guarantees. 646-995-8389. Hold on. Before I get to you guys on the line, I do have to inform you guys that I have merch. So if you don't know, let me take you guys to the my link tree. My link tree is on the screen. Linktree / The Objective Fan. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. Check out my merch. All right, it's on my Linktree page. Bam. All right. You go to the Linktree and you'll see all the mugs. The This Week Inside the NYK, the Blue and Orange Brunch, Bodega Cat. All right, we got it in black, the black tee. I got this on right now. All right. Then we got the Captain 11 as well. So go check out the merch, man. Go get you some I don't want to give you the URL. I'd rather take you to the Linktree because it's easier. My Linktree makes it easier to find everything that I offer. All right, so go to the Linktree now. Check out some of the merch. Great prices. Not beating you guys. And you can get a mug for as low as $13. Can't beat that. Linktree / The Objective Fan. All right. And let me get my man D from LA on the line. He said, yo, he got some stuff he want to get off his chest. Tonight, I will be talking more about the second apron. I'm going to do another show on the second apron tonight. Because a lot of y'all don't understand the implications of being in the second apron. Just because you want to keep your favorite Knicks. Oh, we got to keep our favorite guys. Oh, no. Not those guys. Hey, what's going on, D? LA in the building.
It was Gucci. I'm glad y'all had fun yesterday at the parade.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it was cool, but it wasn't cool. But it was cool.
Yeah.
One of those.
Looking at it from the idea of 53 years, I wish they did a little bit more, just a little bit more. It's 53 years. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
looked like it looked good on TV, but I wish there
It
was a
looked
little bit
great
more
on TV.
seizures by the players. You know, I think they could have
Yeah.
done. Yeah, it was cool though.
And
Hey,
listen, D from LA, look, if you were a spectator at home, this was the greatest parade ever.
for
If
real
you
though.
made it inside, if you were one of the 2,000 people that made it inside, oh, this was incredible.
Wait, that was it? 2000?
Yo, D from LA,
Oh, you
I'm trying to
exaggerated.
tell you right now. Listen to me. The pictures on the short. If you look at that cover I put out, it's those thousands of people you saw are outside the parade that could not get in the parade.
Damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thousands of people.
For
Okay.
the speech he gave, he clearly knows Knicks history, but if he knows his Knicks history, then he should have expanded that. Like that's,
I mean, does he know Knicks history or did someone write it for him?
you know what, whoever, that's a fair point.
Because
he
honestly,
did-
I was trying to play nice guy, but hold on, D. Stay right there. Hold on. I was trying to play nice guy, but I don't like none of them. I'm gonna keep it. I don't like none of them. I don't like none of them. Hold on. Let me show you something. So since this guy is the biggest Knicks fan in the world, right? And oh yeah. Oh man, he loves the Knicks. Oh, he's doing a great job for the Knicks, right? Okay, cool. So why did I say I have to see? I'm gonna put this on the screen so y'all can see this. So why did, and I didn't even realize this at the time, but somebody was telling me, did you see Patrick Ewing's jersey on the?
Oh
Did you
my
see Patrick?
God.
Hold
Oh
up, no, we
my
got to put this on the screen
God.
because there may
Oh,
be
good.
people who didn't see this, and I'm gonna take my time, D from LA. Relax, I
man.
got you. I'm gonna
I
let you
got you
talk,
all
but hold
good.
on. No, relax. We're gonna have a conversation today. This is gonna be a great show. This is gonna be one of them shows to remember. I promise. Hold on. Let me.
God.
No, I'm going D. I'm going hard in the paint right now.
Somebody get fired for sure. That's
Hey,
embarrassing.
listen. I'm telling you right now. I told everybody who I saw at the parade. I said, listen. I am lighting fire to the city of New York, including the mayor Mamdani. They dropped the goddamn ball. All that Knicks fan talk. I'm not buying it, dog. At this point, to me, it's all cap because no Knicks fan, right, would allow this. Exhibit A.
Yeah.
I got it on the screen.
That's
Jose
tough.
Alvarado, number 5. Who the hell is Jones, number 33? I never knew we had a goddamn Jones at number 33. See, I was going to go past that. See, I was trying to be classy. I was waiting for somebody to try to defend him. I was just waiting for that. Oh, he's a Knicks fan. Oh, yeah, that's a great Knicks fan. There's no way I'm allowing. Listen, I would have had it been delayed an hour to take that down. Yeah, we got to take it down.
That's straight.
There's no way
blasphemy.
we're going to have no speeches and come on, dog. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to do that.
That's tough. That's a tough one. It's all
Yeah.
good. Well, I'm glad most of the stuff was at least safe. That's the most important part. Now that
Yes.
we know that Dolan has said no second apron, I got 3 questions kind of looped in the same.
Let's
thing.
go.
So
Let's go.
first thing I completely forgot. It seems like Tyler Kolek and DOR are still under contract, right? Oh no, DOR is he's a
No, he's a free agent. And,
Right.
there's a world where you could lose him too. There's a world where you could lose him.
There's no way we're gonna let that happen though.
Uh-huh.
There's
You
no way
sure
we're gonna
about
let
that?
happen.
Okay.
Buddy, now we're not playing like that.
All right, so look, now listen. I am the Brooklyn Nets. I got money to play with. Diawara, we're going to give you a 2-year deal, $10 million. 2-year deal, $10 million. That's $5 million a year. We're playing with pennies right now. We have $16 million to sign 5 players. You can't afford to give one player $5 million right now. Unless you just plan on going with a super rookie bench.
Nah. Oh,
All
hell
right.
nah.
Just saying.
Oh.
We've
Nah, I'm
seen
not
in
even-
NBA
I'm not even
history players get stolen
Yeah, I'm not even
because the
gonna
team
put that-
can't match.
Sheesh, nah. I'm not even gonna just imagine. I'm gonna just leave that one like you didn't even say that. I
Okay.
do got a question though, right?
It's going to
Tyler
get
Kolek, at
interesting,
least,
ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
is under contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought
He sure
thought
is.
for sure he was done this year. I thought this was his last year, but if there's no second apron, then I assume his contract is gonna stay on the books until further notice.
Unless he's
into
traded.
next season. Okay.
But, you know, we don't
Right.
know. We don't know what moves are going to be made.
Right.
Yeah.
So now here's the question I have about, now that we know, even after a championship, Dolan said suicidal is how you see how he sees the second apron. There's suicidal things in the second apron that you just don't want to do.
Yes.
So even
Yes.
after a finals, it doesn't sound like he's ever going to want to go into the second apron ever, right? Knowing that,
Yeah.
how does this affect Jalen Brunson's contract?
Hey,
Right?
this is why I say you got to do what's best for you. Because they going to do what's best for them. I am a player appreciator. So when they talk about LeBron and people hate on LeBron, I love LeBron
Right.
because he gave players the option and the
Right,
autonomy
right.
to say, I'm going over there. I'm not
Right.
doing what y'all telling me. When I'm a
Right.
free agent, I'm gonna call my homeboy because that's what y'all do.
Right.
How did what's that brother from that's with the legal issues right now? How did Terry Rozier get to Miami? Do you think that was a fair trade? Was that a fair trade? Terry Rozier for Kyle Lowry, washed up
Right,
Kyle Lowry,
right,
for
right.
young Terry Rozier balling.
Right.
That was because Riley's former player was the GM. What's his name? Kupchak was the GM for Charlotte. It's always a homeboy connection. So now we're going to get on LeBron. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go play with my homeboys. But the owners could do whatever the hell they want. The GMs could do whatever the hell they want. Players can't do it. No. Go, LeBron. Go.
Go get your money. Go
Get your bag.
Yeah. Go get your bag.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So that's a damn. And then to follow up that question, depending on what Jalen Brunson's contract is, and we know that this guy is not doing any second apron stuff, what does that give? How do our championship hopes look in the next 2-3 years?
Well, you and I know there's a trade that has been on the table for a minute, and
Right.
there's a guy in Milwaukee that I know will never not perform in big games ever. And if I am in a position where I can go get that guy, I'm gonna go get that guy because honestly,
man, this is a beautiful
I haven't seen.
season.
Hey, yo, D, I'm keeping it real. I hadn't seen no better alternative for us to repeat.
Right.
So you see how I'm not saying Stephen A is wrong.
Right.
With the premise, is his reasoning I think is wrong. Oh, we're not going to beat OKC. OKC is not going to. There's no guarantee they're going to be the goddamn best team.
Right, and they got contracts.
Because they going what we're going through. They doing the same exact thing.
Right.
Right. So.
Oh wow. So we're at that jump. And in closing, I'll leave right now. But this is it fair to make this statement? I think, from my perspective, you could correct me if I'm wrong. I think this year was to get to the finals. That was the main focus. Get to the finals.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then this offseason, well, if we won this year, which we did, right? They'll make decisions based on, whatever Dolan is going to do. But I think we still have the luxury of at least making the finals this year, and then finding out this offseason if this trend is going to stay moving the same way it is, which is either Giannis or tweak the roster to actually focus on winning the championship. I thought that was supposed to happen this offseason. Is that fair to say? And we just kind of picked up the trophy on our way to this offseason?
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, but it's hard to say that they didn't think they were going to win because Dolan's speech. Dolan thought they was going to win. I mean, you heard the speech. We've never been closer, so I think that it would have just made it easier to pull that trigger. You know what I'm saying? And nobody would have had problems with it. But at the end of the day, this is a business, man, and fans don't understand the business of basketball. So it is what it is. I'm gonna let y'all go,
but that's the interesting thing to watch.
And we're gonna talk more about this tonight too. So you might want to call up tonight.
I got you.
Because I'm gonna get into the intricacies of the second apron and why Dolan is right.
No doubt. I got you.
Yeah. I don't think they're ready for that conversation, but I don't give a damn. I'm on one, like Drake.
But please go detailed though. Don't hold back, because folks need to understand
detailed.
why you keep emphasizing this stuff. Good.
Very detailed.
Good-ish. I holla.
Thank you, D.
Stay up.
All right. My man D from LA. Yeah, we on one today, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy that the parade went off with no craziness going on. And yeah, I mean, I seen, like I said, New Yorkers were frustrated, and there were certain barricades that were knocked down, and police, they lost control. But New Yorkers, we just trying to see a parade. That's it. It was a shame that like I said, the thousands of New Yorkers who could not see anything. Yeah, they dropped the ball big time.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Yuri?
Karan?
What's going on? Hold on. Could you hear me?
Yo,
Hold
Karan,
up.
you there?
I'm here. Hold on.
Karan? I barely can't even hear him.
I'm here. What's good?
All right, I want to basically start off by saying this. Jalen Brunson is better than anyone. When people say, oh, we're better than Jalen Brunson, everybody's better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. That's number one. Number two, Mr. Robertson, you got me my ring. Thank you, I appreciate it. Landry Shamet, you got me my ring. Thank you, I appreciate it.
That's fact.
And
that's fact.
Number three, why are we upset that Mike Brown's shouting out Chris Jennings? Oh, so we want to keep him all to ourselves? Mike Brown is from the Greg Popovich tree.
That's a fact.
And guess what we're trying to build? We're trying to build a Greg Popovich tree of our own now with Mike Brown on the helm.
That's a bar right there. That's fire.
So we should be thanking Mike Brown for shouting out his coach. Because there could be so many other worse coaches in the NBA that can fill up vacancies. And then other owners will be like, damn, I should have gotten that coaches instead.
Yeah.
So, like, we're building a Greg Popovich tree of our own in the New York Knicks. Something we haven't had in never.
Yeah. You can say it's safe to say that, yeah.
For the people that think mad at Mike Brown for shouting him out, we all got to eat. We all got families to feed.
That's a fact.
We should be grateful that we even have a coach like Mike Brown. That's even shouting out his coaches that want him to get a job. You see what happened in San Antonio? Hey, Greg Popovich leave. Their assistant coach got hired to the Orlando Magic.
Salute to that brother right there.
Now, number 5, second apron is a killer. Brock Aller and Worldwide West are going to have to figure out how to maneuver through it. And as heartbreaking as it may be, you can never stop change.
That's true. It's going to happen. We've seen it.
And if there's one thing that history has shown us, you cannot repeat when you're above the second apron. It's harder for you to even repeat because things have to fall your way. You have to make sure you have no injuries. You got to make sure the cards fall your way. You got to have a little luck involved.
Good point.
The point that I'm trying to make is that the second apron is hell.
Yeah.
It's big time hell. You cannot be in the second apron. If you want to slide in it for 1 year, like, come on, I even said the other day. If the Knicks got to the finals, right, and say, okay, it's a low close series, but they lost, right? I would have said, okay, go into the second apron and then dip out after 1 year. Salute.
Big time salute, Yuri. Yeah, you can't. The problem with that last statement is you can't dip out of the second apron. You're going to have to trade high value salary for none. It's the only way out. So your favorite Knick will go anyway. So you might as well trade him and get a player. There's no way out. We go into the. I'll talk more about it tonight. I'm not going to steal the thunder from my tonight show. We'll talk more about that tonight. 646-995-8389. We're talking about Stephen A. says the Knicks should not be the favorite to repeat as champions. What do you think about it? If you were at the parade, let me know. What's good, Al Figgy?
What's up? What's up, Karan? What's up, chat? What's going on, guys?
Hey, not much. We're having a great day. The weather's beautiful.
I know.
What's going on?
I'm sorry to hear about your experience at the parade, man.
Oh man, terrible.
I'm telling you, I had a bunch of people who told me they didn't have a good experience either. So I'm sorry to hear another one. I saw some crazy stuff on like people forget about fighting and stuff. Like I just saw people like needing diapers, if you know what I mean. Like all kind, like just nasty.
Yeah.
Like it got a little nuts out there. I'm sorry you had a bad
Yeah.
experience.
100%. I appreciate that, Figgy.
But it sounds like you guys at least you guys went to what was the bar y'all ended up going to?
American whiskey.
American
Salute
whiskey.
to American whiskey.
Yeah, so y'all made lemonade out of lemons, and it sounded like you guys even
Yeah.
had a great time meeting up, and that was that's always good to hang out with the guys from the community. You said you hung out with a bunch
100%.
of people you went to school with, so that was nice. That was cool. But I mean, what are we talking about today with you said
Stephen A.
Stephen A. I mean, in my opinion, all of these pundits have lost all the credibility. All credibility. All the credibility has gone out the window with the way they've talked and spoken about the Knicks this entire season, because it wasn't even close, y'all. It wasn't even close. We beat these guys in 5. We did not go to 1 7-game series the entire playoffs. The Knicks, you realize the Knicks, we lost 3 playoff games in total. The entire playoffs, including the finals. 2 to Atlanta and 1 to the Spurs. It was not even our point differential is ridiculous. We had the best point differential in postseason NBA history. And if you look at the other teams, it's the Los Angeles Lakers, the 1987 LA Lakers, they were plus 205. Golden State in 2018 with a plus 210. San Antonio Spurs 2014 with a plus 214. Then you had the Golden State Warriors of 2017 with a plus 230. Then, so those teams are all within like 10 to 5 points of each other. So from plus 230, you have this year's Knicks that were a plus 283, 53-point differential, not even close. And we're still listening to these pundits? It's ridiculous.
Well, he's saying that OKC, he thinks OKC will be the best team. And I just disagree with that.
They have so many problems. Chet was a no-show. How you going to have this guy? That's why I laugh. Again, Karan, OG Anunoby did not make first team all defense. And Chet Holmgren does? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Tell me a better two-way player in the league other than OG Anunoby. And by the way, as Knicks fans, we all know this. Like you said, I would co-sign for you to be Stephen A. Smith's ghostwriter.
Oh my goodness, he'll be the best. He'll be the best Knicks takes.
And it's not even because you are a student of the game of basketball. Not even because you're a Knicks fan. That would help him sound a little less ignorant when it comes to Knicks. News. I don't want to call the man ignorant, but I just see these people. They get paid so much to be so wrong. I'm telling you, it's incredible. But man, keep
and also Figgy really quickly too, right? Yeah. Like we didn't even begin the offseason. Like we didn't even see what Leon Rose did. Like we didn't see Leon Rose mess it up or make it better. Like 2 days after the championship, oh, they're not the favorites to repeat. It's just ridiculous.
It's the stupidest take, again, with all their, we can file it away with all their other stupid takes. But just so, I did hear the entire interview that Dolan gave, and he wants to avoid the second apron, but he said he would be willing to do whatever Leon suggests. So he's allowing Leon to take the reins on this. And we all know
No, wait, hold on. Really quickly. He said no, but there's a certain amount that I'm willing to spend. So, Leon could do what he wants within my budget.
Well, he said that he's avoiding it if he can. So that to me leaves the door a crack. It's a crack open. It's not all the way shut. So I'm not. Look, I told you, I'm good. I think with the no second apron talk, he's saying that he wants to keep the core together. And we all knew that the bench needed tweaking. We knew this. Karan, in the game 5, the first points off the bench were Clarkson's in the third quarter. Shamet was cold. Deuce was cold. And we know we're not going to expect much from Mitch. So, that needs to be addressed. We all know this. We're not stupid people here. We're our eyes are open. So, yeah, man. But
I got faith in Leon.
I have faith in Leon.
We'll see what he does. Yeah.
Yo, keep fighting the good fight, Karan, though, man. I'm glad at least
we
got to meet up. Yeah, I'm glad you guys got to meet up at least at the parade. That was good, man. I appreciate you.
It was great. I'm glad, Figgy, on the way out, I'm glad I saw my man Will from France because he flew out to see me.
Oh, that was nice.
So I'm glad that I saw him because he was listen, Figgy, it was a nightmare. Like we scrambling around, streets are closed. They pushing thousands of people one way, and we just so happen to see each other at the corner. I can't remember the block, but it was just.
Oh, see.
If I make a right turn or
Yeah.
I stop for a second, we don't see each other.
You know what, Karan? That's a God thing. I love that.
Yeah, it was
That's
fine.
a God thing. How was he okay with Wemby? I mean, I know he's a friend. You know, you said he flew in from.
He said
France,
he's not the biggest fan of Wemby. He's not the biggest fan of Wemby. I asked him that. You know, we were talking a lot. You know, I took him to MSG. We went to the store, but it was closed. You know, I took him around, got him some pizza. Well, you know, I was just showing him some stuff. You know, so yeah, it was good.
Then his stock goes up, because to me, I think that anybody who sits here and can still defend Wemby and his game play or lack thereof and everything else, this guy still has a lot to prove. Everyone was crowning him before he actually did anything. Can he play more than 70 games in a season? Can he beat OKC when they are missing two of their best players? Can he be gracious? Can he be gracious when he loses? I like that. You know what? His stock goes up. Good on him, and I'm glad y'all met up. Yes.
Thank you, Figgy.
All right, appreciate you, man.
All right. Salute to L Figgy, OKF Nation's most requested caller. I agree with her take on the pundits. I do think that they dropped the ball consistently with poor takes. And I just feel like if Stephen A is going to make that claim, he should have came with a better argument. To me, I don't think that argument was solid. Let me get my man Walls P on the line. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. We're talking about the parade, and we're talking about the Knicks. What's going on, Walls P?
What's going on?
Did you pop out to the parade?
Nah, I didn't, man. When I heard like all the rules and regulations and all that, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Yeah, so that turned me off, because I was gung-ho on going, but I was watching part of the replay crew.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching the show where you was breaking down everything, like they mandating no chairs and all this, no coolers, yada yada. So I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not making that trip, and then wind up being disappointed in a sense.
Bro, there were people there at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock that did not make it, trying to line up and be orderly. But the NYPD had no control of the situation.
Bananas,
and they're lucky, the good people in my section, we didn't bum rush it, because they bum rushed damn near every other entrance.
Jeez.
But so we just stood there. We were like, damn, because we literally were right by the gate. Like right by the gate. And we should have left to go to other entrances, because we heard people climbing buildings. Like, people were doing all types of stuff to try to get a good view. And, we met some guys who were, they had some interesting story about climbing a building, and it was crazy. But,
dang.
Yeah.
And I can imagine trying to get in by City Hall was even worse.
Yeah. But I heard that because of the bum rushing, they just knocked down certain entry points. Like, certain entry points just fell off.
Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
crazy.
you at least had did you at least have a decent time, though?
Yo, I'm telling you right now, I met this guy, Mario Machete. He's known on social media.
I know him.
Yo, listen, he's right next to me.
I remember
literally
him from the one Mafia, like it was like one ex Mafia versus police officers or something like that.
Oh, that's where you seen him at? Yeah, he's online. He makes his rounds.
Yeah.
But so he was telling somebody about his story right next to me. I was like, did he say his name is Mario Machete?
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta introduce myself. So I had a great time with him. Like, I spent literally 2-3 hours with him right there.
Oh,
so we talked, we connected, we had changed numbers. He told me his story in detail. I asked him some questions about that story that, you couldn't get, couldn't get answers to, because there's only so much they'll say in the interview.
Yeah.
And, he made me feel a lot better, because he said, yo, I did 27 years, man. Moments like these are everything.
Yeah.
No one can say that we wasn't here. We touched down, and that part made me feel a lot better. He helped me enjoy it a lot.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So in actuality, you gained something out of it. So that's a
Oh yeah,
plus,
oh yeah,
man.
oh
That's
yeah.
definitely a
Oh, yeah.
plus. What was it? The other conversation is Stephen A saying we not the favorites, right?
Yeah, yeah. Did you hear the soundbite?
Yeah. I
Okay.
heard the soundbite. See, here's my thing, right? Because I understand, like, my biggest thing is we got our core starting five. So
Okay.
that alone to me speaks volumes, right? So even if we lose the Mitchell Robinsons, the Alvarados, yada yada, I'm not really worried, and I still see us as the favorite. And the reason why I still see us as the favorite is because what did we do not this year, last year, where Tibbs barely played our bench, running our starters to the ground. We made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? And
Right.
we played the Pacers. So
Right.
with our starting five getting better camaraderie together, and remember, Tyler Kolek and Jordan Clarkson was an integral part for the NBA Cup. But if we got
Right.
Tyler Kolek, Deuce, get a couple of decent drafts, a big man, focus on a big man. And I saw on ESPN
Oh yeah.
they were saying that Knicks should target some big man out of is it North
I got
Carolina?
5. I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that after this
Yeah.
call. I'm gonna put that
So,
on the screen
yeah.
to show you the guys. Yeah.
You figure we get a big man, we could fill out the roster as long as we get some type of production from our bench.
Yeah.
Because all throughout the games, at least one of our starters is in the game. The way Mike Brown do the rotations, we always have at least one or two starters in the game. So just as long as we could get some type of bench production, bro, I don't see nobody stopping us from going to the finals at all.
No, I think even Stephen A said we should be the favorites to come out the East. Yeah, he's not even saying that.
But here's the thing too: the only team that realistically is gonna stay the same or can add to their roster is the Spurs, because damn near their whole team is on rookie contracts.
Not just the Spurs, my brother. LA and OKC could really make a Thanos-like trade if they really wanted to. There's some teams that could make power moves, mostly on the West. On the East, yeah, but it depends.
You're talking about the Lakers?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Lakers, my brother.
Bro, they got too much to fill, and on top of that, where's going to be the chemistry?
They ain't worried about chemistry. They trying to get Jokic. They trying to hit home runs. They're playing baseball way different.
The last time a team that got together by signing people or trading for people, yada yada, that won in their first years was Boston when they got KG.
Nah, dog. That was the Lakers when they got AD.
Yeah, but they
that was
had
the Lakers when they got AD.
But they had their core team.
Who was the core team?
AD was the missing piece.
Who was the core team?
On the Lakers team?
Yeah, who was the core?
I don't fully remember, but I know they had Hachirama.
They traded them, yo.
And them boys.
They traded them.
All right. So do you think if it wasn't a lockout season?
No.
Not a lockout. If it wasn't a pandemic season, the bubble, do you think they would have made it to they would have won the finals?
It's hard to say because injuries and certain things wouldn't have happened.
Exactly. Because AD, we know this guy stayed in and out of the lineup. Don't get me wrong, they did win it, but I gotta look at that as an extreme circumstance.
All right, but you just asked for an example who did it. They did it, so that's their model, and that's what they're going to do. And I think they're going to win the championship. I do think it. I think the Lakers are going to.
I give you that. They did do it. They did do it. But we got to look at it. That was a rare situation that they did that with.
Only LA can do it. No other team can do it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, no other team. The Knicks are not doing it. No other team. Just them.
And plus, bro, remember too, they had LeBron.
They got Luka. Luka is a bad boy. Luka is a bad boy. Do not sleep on Luka, bro.
He is, but can I trust him?
I'm telling you.
in the big game?
All he needs is a Jokic. They're gonna figure everything else out. You put Luka with Jokic, everything else is gonna work itself out. Trust me. That's all you need. Luka and Because now, here's the
I
thing.
could give you that.
Jamal Murray is nice. Listen, he's nice, but he's not Luka. Like Luka could be the clutch guy. Jokic is going to get them to the fourth.
So you think we meet them in the finals? They beating us?
You know, nobody beats the Knicks in 26, goddamn. But I'm telling you right now, I gotta see. And this is what my problem. I attacked the whole Stephen A. thing from a different angle, right? Because it's not necessarily his point is wrong. I just think it's at the wrong time. Because you didn't even see what we did in the offseason. Exactly. You don't know who's going to be the favorite or who's going to do what.
Exactly.
At least let's see who do the trades in the offseason. And then let's say, okay, bet off of what we've seen thus far. And you're still more than likely going to be wrong, but still it'll be better. And then another thing too, if he would have said the second apron, it would have been a better argument to me. But that's not complete. But I just felt like his reasoning was off. It's casual. It's like, oh, the Thunder. It's basic. It's basic basketball. It's surface level basketball rationale.
Exactly. Because right now, if it's going by the way teams are constructed right now, no offseason, no nothing. You got to put Knicks number one. And then maybe, it's like a toss-up between OKC and the Spurs. And the only reason why I say that is because Jalen Williams was out. You feel me? So those two are a toss-up as far as 2 and 3. But there's no way you can't say that we're not the favorite. That's why shout out to Big Perk, man. Big Perk was like, nah, the Knicks are the favorite.
That's a fact. Hey, look, right now, because we won the championship, we should be the favorite, but that could have changed. Like, let's say the Lakers get Jokic, okay, then put the Lakers number one. But let something change for the Knicks to fall off.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Like, nothing changed. And then this is what I'm talking about, surface level basketball, right? Mm-hmm. OKC is going through the same thing we're going through.
Big fact.
They will not be. They're going to lose Hartenstein. We're going to lose Mitch. They're going to lose Hartenstein.
Yep.
So unless they make other trades, right, to improve, like maybe they trade off some of the other assets. They could do that to keep Hartenstein, but I doubt that. I think they're going to let Hartenstein walk. That's a whole nother topic.
Let me ask you this, and just hypothetical. If Knicks got in a position where Mitch was like, I'll take a discount or whatever the case may be, and Hartenstein was like, yo, I'm willing to go back to the Knicks on the discount, which one you taking?
Now you playing like 2K on cheat code mode where you could adjust like the salaries, the players' desire for money, and the rules. That will never happen. But if I was a team with money, who would I sign? I would go after Hartenstein, only because Hartenstein is a little bit more durable than Mitch, and he's not a free throw liability.
Big facts.
So you can keep him on the floor down the stretch in the fourth.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson can't play down the stretch in the fourth. So if you're a team that's going to sign Mitch, you're going to have another alternative at the 5 because he's going to hurt you.
I'll tell you this, man. We're looking forward to Tuesday and Wednesday with the draft, so we could see.
Oh, we going live. You gonna be in the building?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the members panel. But we gonna be on regular live.
I'm gonna probably be on there. Well, then again, I'm gonna probably be on there till after the Knicks second round pick. Then I'm gonna hop off because, of course, it's
that's fine. No, remember they only do one round now. So
okay. So the second.
Yeah,
round
they do the first round on the first night, and then the second round on the next. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the second round. I might. I don't know. It ain't like we do nothing else, but I might as well go live both nights, right?
So I'll definitely be on there. But it's interesting. Okay. I want to see who they got for the first pick. But I'll be tapped in so I can listen to the 5 players for them to look out for.
No doubt. All right, big time salute, Walt.
No doubt. Later.
All right, salute. That's my man Waltz P, OKF Nation Plus. Salute to my man APAP. Did you guys make it? I saw people there at 3 a.m. I had a front row seat with commentary in my home. Watch that on MSG. Leon will get it done. Yeah, no, we made it to the gate. We didn't make it inside. We were on Broadway and Exchange. The police did a terrible job. The city of New York did a terrible job. The mayor of New York did a terrible job. I will clip this video as well, and I'm going to drop it right after this one because I want people to see this. And I wanted to give the balanced perspective because everyone thinks, oh, it's incredible. I represent the thousands of New Yorkers that were outside the gate, not the people who were inside. No, the ones who didn't make it inside. As far as Leon getting it done, yeah, that's why I'm not writing off the Knicks. And I was telling everybody I was talking smack. Yesterday was a smack talking day for me. Oh, and by the way, Quentin Coples is a Celtics fan, right? So I told him, I said, look, you know what we got to do? I got a show called The War Room. We got to get in there after all the moves are made in the offseason, and I want to have a discussion about the Knicks and the Celtics. He said he's down to do it. So, you know, I look forward to that conversation. But, yeah, last night, me and him had a little back and forth talking about the Knicks. And but he's a great guy, former New York Jet. And I look forward to that discussion. But as far as Leon getting it done, I'm giving him the time and space to get it done. But I support Dolan's decision to not go in the second April. I think that is a smart business move. And I'm going to share with you why tonight on Level-Headed Knicks Talk tonight. I'm going to go through the whole process. I'm going to break down the second apron in its entirety. And I'm going to show you why it's a smart move. Yeah, I'm going to show you why. Anyway, I don't care about the mayor, the Dolan throwing shots at the mayor. They beefing. We already knew that. They were beefing since the watch party days. It's not sweet between them. I don't really care. Has nothing to do with basketball. As far as basketball is concerned, I want to talk about the draft picks that could replace Mitch really quickly, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you guys out there who are concerned about this. On what's that, Tuesday? The draft is on Tuesday the 23rd. We will be right here. So, and if you are a channel member, you will be able to join the panel. All right. So to all the channel members, all right, be on the lookout for that. And everybody else will be able to watch. But channel members on the panel, we're going to watch the NBA draft together. That's the 23rd. Let me see. Where am I at? All right, let me go to research mode really quickly. All right, so these are the picks the Knicks can draft. Centers to replace Mitchell Robinson. All right. So let's go through the list. The first is Chris Sinek or Sinak. I don't know who this is. Houston Cougars. He played 37 games. He averaged 24.8 minutes. Wait a minute, what? He played 37 games, averaging 24.8 minutes. Wait, what? Like, all right. Have you ever seen? This is a red flag to me. Now, I'm not saying the kid can't play. I'm not saying the kid can't play. But have you ever seen someone say, yeah, he played 37 games and averaged 24.8 minutes with no stats? That's a red flag right there. If you ain't got no stats to tell me what he did in the 24.8 minutes, that means them numbers ain't there, dog. Them numbers just ain't there. They not there. But he's standing at 6'10". He plays forward. He has a 7'5" wingspan. I like that. I like the 7'5" wingspan. But what buckets was he getting? He wasn't a shot blocker. Womp, womp, womp. Yeah. I'm gonna skip this kid. I don't mean to overlook him like he can't be nice. I don't want to be like Stephen A and them guys. But right now, I'm just talking about who we should draft in the draft. The kid ain't got no stats. I don't know. But here's another one we talked about a lot. My man from Zuby out of St. John's. We talked about him a lot before. I don't think he has the size that Mitch Robinson has, right? He's 6'7.5" without shoes, but he does have a 7'2" wingspan. I like Zuby because he could play the 4, you know, and I think he'll be able to play the 4 in the NBA. But he'll also be able to play the 5. Look, we got stats. There you go. 245-pound frame. He's a tremendous athlete, shot blocker, boasting a 38-inch vert, 2.1 blocks per game, 2.8 blocks per 40 minutes. That's fire. I think that's a skill that could translate to the league. How do you feel about Zuby? Where do you think the Knicks can get him? Would you take Zuby at number 24? By the way, this kid said, Chris, they saying they could get him at number 31. Zuby, they're saying number 24. Koa Pete. This is a kid I forgot to bring up last night on the show. I was trying to remember this kid's name right here. Koa Pete, Arizona Wildcats. We talked about this kid before. He's 6'7" without shoes. He could play the 4, a small ball 5. That's what they like. All right. He has a 6'11" wing spring, explosive athlete who runs the floor, boasts a 37.5 max vertical leap. That's fire. Right. We talked about this kid before. All right. Very familiar. I'm starting to do my homework on the kids now because I want to, you know, when I get on the show, I want to sound like I know what the hell I'm talking about. So I've just been watching, you know, some tape of the young bulls. But a lot of these guys, we've been talking about them for a while. So I've seen them before. And this is a kid I like. I like this kid a lot. I like this kid a lot. Tyrus Reed Jr., I like this kid, man. Man, I know he went up against my beloved Duke Blue Devils, but he gave us the business, man. I mean, he helped the program reach the national championship game, even though they lost. Sorry, Knicks will be champs. Hopefully, I don't got to ever see you use those ugly Husky logo for your avatar. I don't want to see that again. Hopefully, you just keep it Knicks. But anyway, this kid is phenomenal. All right. Dominating multiple rounds. He tallied 31 points, 27 rebounds. He tallied during the round of 64. All right. Now, he's not the athlete that Robinson is, but he's a solid athlete. He's solid. I'm not saying he's like Mitch. He's solid. He's a 263-pound frame. Big guy. All right. Is that a 7'4" wingspan? Hello. This kid, I would not mind getting him. I think he could be third string center off rip. Off rip. Third string off rip. Maybe second string if you need him. I like this kid a lot. And if he's there and you can get him, why not? Reed is an excellent shot blocker himself, as well as a defensive interior. He blocked 2 shots a game, at least 2.9 blocks per 40 minutes. That's fire. All right. During his 3 of his 4 collegiate seasons, he averaged at least 4.7 offensive rebounds. Sounds like Mitchell Robinson. Per 40 during 3 of his 4 years. That's fire. Knicks team that will struggle to replace Mitchell Robinson's shot blocking and rebounding. Tyrus Reed is a perfect replacement. I like him. Reed is more of an option at 31. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. If the league messes up and they allow Isaiah Evans to fall to number 24, we got to draft him there. All these other guys, this is the 31st pick. We have to, I repeat, we have to get Isaiah Evans from Duke. Phenomenal. So a lot of these guys, 31st pick, 24th pick, Zuby 24. But would I take Zuby at 24? Let me know. Would y'all take Zuby at 24? I'm going after Isaiah Evans. I'm sorry. I think he's going to be a star. I'm sorry. I got to get him. And this is the last guy. Yes, he goes to North Carolina. I'm not the biggest fan of North Carolina, but this kid is solid. Henry Vassar, big guy, 6'11", 7'2" wingspan, 9'3" standing reach. Man, maybe this guy might be the guy that we need for Wemby. He's not much of a shot blocker, but his size and lift does permit disruption. He's fairly quick for his size. That allows him to recover faster on defense. That's good. We can use that, especially if we run in double big lineups. I don't think we'll see the double big lineup again, but that's a whole nother topic. That gives Vassar the ability to slow other bigs off the bounce. Okay. To take slower. Oh, he got the ability to take slower bigs off the bounce. Yes, he does. I've seen him do it. All right. Which is good. So he could work with Towns. Towns could help him with that. He also shot 40% from 3. This kid is not bad. I ain't gonna lie. Henry Vassar, solid, bro. Like, if all of these guys are gone at 31, I would take this kid at 31. But I think I would take these other kids over. Now, this kid, I don't know. They got him. What do y'all know about Chris Sinak? Is he that good? Because they got him as the #1 guy here, and they're saying 31 though. So technically, he's not the #1 guy. But I listen. I haven't really watched this kid here. I pretty much watched every single other kid that's on this list. I've seen them in person, like in real games. And this kid here, I would probably take these 4 ahead of the #1 guy. I don't ever remember seeing him. But that's the 5 picks that we can get for Mitch if Mitch doesn't return. I like those guys. I like Taurus Reed. I like all 5. I like all 4 of those guys. I think that they could be very, very solid. We talked about Stephen A. Smith. He doesn't think that the Knicks should be the favorite as champions to win the championship next season. I talked about my parade experience. Ooh, I didn't talk about Mitch's truck. Mitch had a very nice truck. I'm not going to show the pictures on that, but you could Google the truck if you want to talk about Mitch's truck. Really quickly, I'm going to get right back into the lines. I want to talk about Jose Alvarado. Now this came out, okay, and it completely blew my mind. This right here completely blew my mind. I would play the audio, but I don't want to play too much audio because I'm not trying to deal with copyrights. The audios are good because you guys get to hear it, but yeah, I'm not trying to really deal with no damn copyright right now. Hold on. Let me put this here so we could read it together. Now, I actually heard the soundbite on the interview. All right. And let me just oh, you can see it. Okay, cool. I heard the soundbite to this, but I always made my way. This is what Jose is saying. So I was always like, yo, every time I got to come here, I got to prove myself. And that's what my life is about. And that's fine with me. Then the question, so even after being the NBA champion, you still got that chip on your shoulder, Jose? Hell yeah, I got it. First of all, I got to get paid. Wait, what? Jose loves New York. Jose's coming back. He's from Brooklyn. Brooklyn, stand up. I'm going to say it again. Hell yeah, I got it. Some of the chip on his shoulder. First of all, I got to go get paid. Sounds like Isaiah Hartenstein. Hopefully you'll get the big contract, which you should. This is what the question said, the person who asked the question. Hopefully you'll get the big contract, which you should. Alvarado said, yeah. Hopefully, God willing. I want to be in this for a long time. I love this life. I love the NBA life, not the Knicks life. I love the NBA life. It feeds my family. It puts me in rules where I could never be. I'm here with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I got to work. That's what Jose had to say. And I think this was this the Breakfast Club? Yeah, this was the Breakfast Club. It's a 6-minute clip. I'm not going to play it. I don't want to deal with copyrights. Go, if you want to listen to it, go listen to it. But that's what Jose Alvarado had to say. In the words of Isaiah Hartenstein, spoken through Jose Alvarado, I got to get paid. Why is that important? And I'm going to get right to the phone lines, take some more calls. But look, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me do it like this. Bam. I'll go back to research mode so y'all can see this. Very important. All right. Why is it just stuck here? Okay, cool. Let's go to the right year. Jose Alvarado has a 4.5 player option. He has a $4.5 million player option. He says that he has to get paid. Does he opt in? Oh no, not Jose. Are we gonna lose Jose? Not Mr. Brooklyn. He said the NBA life, not the Knicks life. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. Just to add those two stories to the docket. Jose said, I got to get paid. It reminds me a lot of Isaiah Hartenstein because that's exactly what he said before he left to go to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hopefully Sean is still there. See if he answers. I know he's at work probably holding it down. Juan from Carolina, if you're out there, what's good?
Welcome to the voice.
Juan popped out to American Dream. He popped out to American, what was it? American Whiskey? Yeah. He popped out. It's just too much going on in my brain, but he popped out there. He drove all the way up from South Carolina. Salute to my man Juan from Carolina. He was supposed to link up with me in Deer Park, Long Island when I did my show, but he never made it. I just hope if you out there, Juan, hopefully, safe travels to wherever you were. It was great to see you. All right. Oh, my man Lopez. Hold up. Get my man Lopez on the line. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. Hey, Lopez.
Yeah, what's up, Karan?
What's going on, my brother, man? It was great seeing you yesterday, man.
Well, it was good seeing you too, fam.
I was trying to link up. I don't know if you left. I couldn't, because I came back to look for you because I wanted to take a picture. And I ain't seen you.
Oh, no, my bad. Listen, I had to catch a flight. So, I was, yeah, man, I'm back in Vegas today. I had to get back to work. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, man, I was just trying to make sure I came by, touch base with you and everything. Right. But yeah, man, it was crazy in there, man. So, but yeah, man, I'm calling in because I'm kind of upset about what Dolan talking about, man. Talking about he ain't willing to go into the second apron. I already told you if we win, we're gonna generate $1 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I get it, but it's like it's gonna be really tough if we lose a lot of pieces. Right? Jose talking about he want a bag, and so that means he ain't gonna settle. He gonna take top dollar. And I think
100%.
You can't even really blame him to a certain extent because he from Brooklyn. He a hustler. You gotta get your bag.
That's a fact.
He helped get us a chip, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can never be mad at somebody who helped get a chip and contributed big time. Like he contributed big time, so we can't be mad at him. And you can't be like, nah, take another cut because Dolan want to pay no money. Like the big stars, like Cat should take that cut. I think Cat really need to take that cut. We got to do everything in our power to secure Mitch because yes, we can go find somebody who's a Mitch type prototype, but is he going to be contributing to the level that Mitch is contributing? We need people to contribute on that level if we're trying to repeat. We don't got time to deal with a cat on his training wheels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then so we're looking at that. I feel like if Mitch does go, Diawara has to assume a bigger role. And we have to maintain because Diawara is a unrestricted free agent, right? If I'm not mistaken.
He's restricted, but they could hit you with the Jeremy Lin.
and boost that
we'll
number.
Give you 15.
Exactly, and then we have to match, and then if we don't match, then we lose them. They could just drive the number up to do us dirty. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know exactly what the phrase was, whether it was restricted or unrestricted, but I definitely knew that they could just drive the number up to dead us on a contract for him.
Right.
But I really feel like we have to be able to keep Mitchell Robinson's offensive rebound production. If it's not him, whoever we else is bringing in has to be that or close to that. Because Mitch, we don't really count on Mitch for scoring. He may get 1 or 2 block shots. He's not like a lead leaguer in block shots. He is elite at offensive rebounding. And that's what we need. So we need that in order to repeat. So That's my biggest thing is I'm worried about how the bench, because all the bench players got to get paid. Shamet gonna get a bag. You know, and so it's Shamet, Mitch, and Alvarado who really gonna come off that bench and really gonna get a bag. So we have to, you know, Cat really needs to do the honorable thing, and you know, Captain already did it, so Cat need to do it now. But that's what I gotta say, man, because I'm really upset. Dolan ain't really trying to spend the bag. I know he about to put $1 billion in his pocket, and he really gonna do his dirty if he don't do that. So yeah, man, that's my opinion on that.
All right, Lopez. I hear you, Lopez. And great seeing you once again, man. Have a great day at work, my brother.
I appreciate you, bro.
All right, big time salute. It's my man Lopez. He came out to American Whiskey C. He flown out. How many people flew out, you know, to come to a parade? And a lot of them didn't even get into the goddamn parade. It's crazy. He dropped the ball. Let me see who else I got on the line here. My man Lopez. Hey, get my man Randu. I wonder if Randu popped out. He probably wasn't popping out to the parade. I think he said he wasn't going to go. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, what's good, Randu?
Hey, what's up, Crown?
How's it going? Did you go to the parade?
Nah.
Hell no, right? The best decision you ever made.
Man,
what's going on, man?
This is you were just talking about the 5 centers in the draft that
from the draft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To
Which one do
me,
you like?
all 5 of them dudes, my first pick would probably be Terrence Reed Jr.
I like him. I like him. Yeah. He's solid. I like him. What about that other kid? You know that other kid, Conrick or whatever they call him? You seen him before? Conrick or whatever they call him? Hold on, let me get the name right. My bad.
Come on, Chris Sinak?
Yeah, Chris Sinak. He nice?
He okay.
Because they ain't got no stats on him. Like, he the only one that don't got no stats. They said he played 24.8 minutes. That was it. I was like, whoa. Like, that's it. Ever since when did we care about the minutes?
They probably just didn't put his stats up.
I don't know. Usually, if you ball out, they'd be like, he averaged 15,
right,
7 rebounds.
Exactly. Right.
They just got minutes. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, good. Big guy, though. 6'10", 7'5" wingspan.
Right. But
so,
I heard that Leon talking about trading on either the 24th or the 31st pick. I hope he don't do it.
I think he's gonna trade off the 24th. You know why? Because you gotta tighten your salary up. You only gonna be in the first April, so you ain't got much space. And the higher the pick, the more you get paid. So
yeah,
there's a money reason for it.
In the second round, that's less money.
It's less money, right? And it's not guaranteed. So there's no structure. You could sign a second round pick for whatever you want.
Right.
Right. Yep.
But I wish they could draft Isaiah Evans though. That's who I was hoping they could draft. But if we trade off that 24th pick, I don't think they're gonna be able to get him. Because Isaiah Evans is gonna go anywhere between 23 to 28. He gonna go somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah, good point. I agree. Good point.
I seriously doubt he's gonna be there 31.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I agree. Man, big time salute, Randall, man. Thank you for shedding some insight on college basketball prospects.
Anytime, man. Later.
No doubt. He said he said cognac. Sinak. Okay, now I know how to say it right. Sinak. Chris Sinak. I got it. I won't butcher it again. Salute to my man, Matter of Opinion. Henry is who I was talking about on the call. Yeah, Henry is, bro. Zuby. I don't think you could go wrong with Zuby, Tyrus Reed, and Vassar. Now, Koa Pete, I know a little. I've seen him, but I don't really know much more about him. The rest of these other guys, I saw them play multiple games. So I know what they bring to the table. I don't think you could go wrong with those three guys, though. All solid, you know, and yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hold on. Trying to see what. Oh, my man King from Brooklyn. I wonder if he was at the parade. Six 646-995-8389 and smash that like button if you didn't smash that like button. All right. We got to continue to let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be. You feel me? King, call me back when you're ready. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right, because we know well over half of you guys who watch, you're not subscribed. So help us close the gap. All right, we're talking about the parade. Stephen A. Smith says that we won't repeat. What are your thoughts on that? Stephen A. says we won't repeat. Got Rodney, and this is the guy I want to talk to, Rodney.
Yo,
hey, what's good, Rodney?
Up,
hey, man, everything's good. I'm gonna be touching base with you this weekend about your prize you won, because you won the conference finals prize. So be on the lookout for that email. But what's good, my brother?
Oh man, everything is beautiful. Orange and blue skies, brother.
Orange and blue skies, babe. Did you pop out to the parade? Or you was like, screw that trip?
Yo, I had the best seat in the house, bro.
You made the right decision. Brother, you made the right decision.
It was so many people down there. The space that they gave wasn't enough for the people. No. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't going to be there and be limited to watching the back of somebody's head.
Right.
You know
pretty much what I was. I was 2 blocks away. Even though they were short blocks and you could see, like, you know, a little, but that ain't, come on. That's just stayed home. Right. You know, I met some good people though, but what's your thoughts? Where you want to go? Stephen A. Smith, you know, he's saying that we shouldn't be the favorites to win the championship.
We should.
Okay.
We need to keep this underdog thing going, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let them keep counting us out. You know,
I like that.
Because hey, we the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? So we need to keep that underdog going.
Good point.
And as far as a team, we need to keep that core together. That the 5 starters. Everybody else, to me, is subject to change. Even Mitchell Robinson. Everybody is subject
to change.
Simple as that. A change gonna come. And if we don't change, I don't think we're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave it to you like this, right? The Knicks is a cool team now, so people gonna want to come. Simple as that.
Okay.
Simple as that. Everybody gonna want to come play.
So we could get some guys on the minimums.
Exact. You don't think there's gonna be guys that, hey, I want to go play with Captain Clutch?
Yo, I'm not gonna put it past Leon. I got faith in that man. I will never doubt him again.
Bro, and he's gonna bring in the right people. He's gonna bring in the right people. Right. First people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's going to be the big difference. You know what? I love Mitchell Robinson. I love Alvarado. I love Shaman. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But there's other guys out there that we can get that could do the same thing.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? Bro,
good point. Yeah.
We the New York Knicks. Yeah. And we back.
They may not be as great as an offensive rebounder, but they can shoot free throws.
You ain't got to worry about taking them out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And matter, you know what? Offensive rebounding is good. We need a rebounder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Rebounder,
Exactly.
play defense. Somebody that want to come in and do that, you know, sky's the limit, bro.
Sky's the limit. Nah, I'm with you, man.
Orange and
I
blue
agree.
skies.
Yo, honestly, bro, I think you got the best take on the day, bro. You didn't mind not being the favorites. I think that that's a solid position to be in,
Exactly.
because we the dogs, right?
Exactly.
And I wasn't mad that Stephen A. necessarily said that. I was just like, yo, you putting OKC ahead of us, like they don't got the same problem we got. They in the same second apron boat. They about to let Hardstyle walk. They in the same boat, bro. The same boat. It's just funny to me. But I appreciate you, Rodney, man. Big time salute,
they got
man.
better draft capital than us, though.
They do got better draft capital, and I'm not sure what pick they got. I'm pretty sure it's better than whatever pick we got now.
Exactly, because they up in the teens.
Right, and it's going to benefit them because they gonna lose Hardstyle, so they gonna draft one of these boys we talk about, plug them in. It's like a plug and play system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got trading pieces too that you could trade. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So they were in a better position than we are, but they're in the same position.
Yeah. Exactly, man. I appreciate you, my good brother. Big time salute. Be on the lookout for the email.
Yes, sir. Salute.
All right. It's my man Rodney from the B. I think it's the BX to Atlanta. Yeah, from the BX to Atlanta. That brother made the wisest decision. I'm not coming out for no reason. Tugboat, give me a second. King, I called you. And Mike, give me a second as well. I got a special guest caller. The man himself.
Hello?
I got a special guest caller. This guy right here is 7 feet tall. This guy is 7 feet tall, ladies and gentlemen. I got Rob from Still Knicks Fans in the building. Great to see you, man.
What's happening, brother?
Oh man, we just having a conversation, man. I'm glad that you hit me up with the American whiskey solution after the parade. That was hey, you was the MVP for that.
Yeah, we needed. I mean, the one thing that I knew is no matter what, we needed some place that maybe some of us could get together and meet, because everything was going to be so crazy and chaotic in the city. And even if we tried to do something down there with all those people down there, it would have been too much. So we had to find something away from there that we could meet up. Yeah.
100%. And it was a great spot. I'm glad I met up with a guy I went to junior high school with.
Wow.
Right. And you know, he's working with different content creators in the Knicks space. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. You know, the world is mad small. I got people I went to high school with. It was crazy.
Yeah, man. I was just thoroughly pleased and super excited and happy to finally get to meet you in person.
Yes.
I don't know why it is. I feel like when I'm talking to people, I don't care who it is, I always feel like everybody is small. I was shocked to see how tall you was. And then when I saw Mellow Mike, I was like, what is this?
Yeah, he's a big, Mellow Mike's a big guy. When I first saw him, I was like, dang, that Mellow Mike's a big guy. Like, I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
I was shocked, man. I was like, but then it made sense. I was like, he do be balling. So I was like, okay.
That's a fact. I'm still outside. As soon as my hand get cleared, I'm back out there. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Great time though. Great time, man. I just wish we had more of it. Like I wish, like the you know, that's why we got to get out some other time and do something.
Of course, there's gonna be more
because the parade took away a lot of that. So or whatever.
Yeah, there's gonna be more.
Yeah,
you know, like I was upset I couldn't come to Brick Studios, and even though I was there on StreamYard, but I really wanted to come out, but it was the game. And I was like, damn. You know, had it been any other night, I would have been there, you know? So, but it's all good. There'll be other opportunities, I'm sure.
Facts. So what you talking about? What you got going on, man? I just turned it on. I said, oh, my guy's on. Let me chime in real quick.
Well, I'm not sure if I told you this, but I told everyone around us, for the most part, that I was going to black out on Mondani in his parade.
Oh, you did tell me that. Yeah,
I did tell you that. Yeah, we did that. I mean, if you want to share your story of the chaos at the parade, you can. We're also talking about Stephen A. Smith. He said the Knicks are not the favorites to win the championship. And and I thought that was interesting. One, I don't like that, to have these early predictions so early. Like, we didn't see the draft yet, and we already know who's going to win the championship. It's just weird. But he's bigging up Oklahoma, and I just wanted to, I kind of went there because I wanted to bring up like how casual a viewpoint it is that he has. Anyone could say, oh, well, they didn't have Williams and Mitchell, but they're about to lose Hartenstein. They're in the same position we're in. They're about to hit the second apron, and they do not want to hit the second apron. I'm telling you right now, they will not be in the second apron going into the season. So
I believe
yeah, I mean, if you want to touch on anything there, you can. That's pretty much a lot of. Oh, and Jose also said that he has to get the bag, by the way. Not sure if you heard that. But yeah, he said he needs to get paid. He's talking about he enjoyed the NBA life. I'm like, wait a minute, what about the Knicks life? He said the NBA life.
Oh man,
because he just did the Breakfast Club. So
yeah. Well, look, this is what I was trying to say to people. I didn't really get into it. Tomorrow was going to be my first chance, like a first Know the Ledge show, to really get into it after we won as champions, to talk about these off-season thoughts and what might take place. But I do feel like all of our on the fringe players that are making good money, like on solid contracts for the Knicks, I think those are the players that is going to be really tough to keep. Some people might say no problem. Now, of course, obviously, if you decide to like cut ties with Mitchell Robinson, something like that, then you have money to bring these people back. But if you're trying to kind of maximize on a player or get somebody that has really good value and pay them to be a big piece of the team, you still run into the problem. It may not be Mitch. It could be cheaper than Mitch, but it still runs you into the problem where you can't afford the littler contracts, the Deuces, the Alvarados, the Shamits. So we'll see.
Right.
I will say this, though. In regards to Alvarado, go get your bag, bro. You came in here, people wrote you off. You did the damn thing. You were instrumental. You deserve it. And he's making pennies, bro. He deserves to get paid.
So if someone wants to pay, I mean, right now his player option's 4.5. I'm hoping it doesn't mean he'll opt out of that. Maybe he wants to build it up next year. But hey, you just never know. We've seen what's the brother, the German brother from LA, they offered him like $80-something million. He said no, never got anywhere near there.
Oh, so that was Schroeder,
right?
Yeah.
So we've seen, guys opt out and I'm gonna get paid, and then reality sets in. But maybe he does, command more than the 4.5. I don't know. It's gonna be tough because he is short, and there's a lot of guys at 6'1" that can play very well. So how much money will he command? We'll see.
Well, I think I mean, outside of just winning a championship, I think the fact that he showed how instrumental he can be without being a core piece of the team, like getting limited minutes. Obviously, whenever they need him, he was the right man for the job, stepping up when things got a little physical, showing his toughness in the New York spotlight. Nothing made a difference. I think another team might look at that and say, hey, this is the type of guy that can help my young guy grow. You know what I mean? So I think he might have pumped up that value nicely. That 4.5 don't look like it works. So
hey, you know what? You're right, because he's a championship pedigree guard, and that is valuable. And that's a good point. That that could boost up your salary, especially for a team like San Antonio, right, or a team that's like a Detroit, right, like a team like that is on the verge of trying to get to that finals championship level. And now you add some championship mentality, guys with experience. So that's a good point. Yeah,
I mean, you just brought up the perfect scenario. Not that I don't think he would go there, but a team like San Antonio that has young talent that there's not going anywhere. They're going to keep cultivating it, and they're stuck with a De'Aaron Fox on a $50 million contract.
Right.
They would love to have a backup point guard in Alvarado for cheap that can come in and 100%. Be a solid person for them rather than leaning on De'Aaron Fox.
Bingo. Yep. Exactly. And I'm not saying they're going to get Jose, but I could see a world where they move off of Fox.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, let's get Jose. Let's throw 7 at him. Let's throw 6 at him. Let's see if that's enough, right?
Yeah, because really you don't want, like, they moved a certain way because they didn't it's not that they didn't know what they had, but they were thinking things take time and you gotta, the young players gotta grow. But them young players grew fast. So that's the thing. If they had known that Castle was gonna come into his own the way he did, and that Harper was gonna be who he is already, I don't think they would have even wanted to get Fox.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we can't say it was a mistake. It's just, the players you drafted, they kind of emerged a little faster than what we thought they would. So
this was, if you want to see how funny it is, but it didn't work out for us. This is the Julius Randle, Obi Toppin scenario. It's just Obi never turned into that guy with the Knicks. So
exactly. Yep. Same kind of setup there. Yep.
Right. Yeah. So real quick, the Mamdani thing. Listen, I'm gonna give the guy credit. I said this to you yesterday. I'm gonna give him credit for a hell of a speech.
Oh yeah, no, the speech. I notice I didn't mention the speech. The speech. It was a good speech.
Hold on. Let me tell y'all something out there, yo. Karan he's a man of his word. He's true to form. I said, yo, that was a hell of a speech Mamdani gave. Karan was like, yeah, but I'm gonna fry him tomorrow.
It's just a fact. It's not changing enough. It's not changing nothing, Ron. Trust me. It's not changing. Dude, I speak for the thousands of us outside the gate. Right there.
Yo.
Right there.
It was terrible. Listen. Everybody got their story, and a lot of their stories sound like mine. But I'm gonna tell my story real quick. I got up. I got there at 5:30 in the morning. I got to where I thought I was gonna meet up with all my peoples, but as soon as I got out the train, they had already put gates up, so I couldn't stand there, and they made me move. They made me walk through the park. I'm like, why do I want to walk through the park? Well, if you want to get around, you got to walk through the park and come back. Okay, so I walked through the park. I came back, but now they're telling me you can't stand here. You got to go all the way around to Broad Street to be screened. I'm like, okay. Then I find out all my peoples have got off the same trains, and they've been ushered around the back way, the west side way, and they're getting screened on the other side. So they're all getting screened on the other side. I'm on the east side, and none of us could get to each other. So I was on the line getting ready to be screened. I still had, maybe about another 30 minutes before I made it up front, whatever it was. I got off the line, went to try to meet people. So we were talking about John from Still Knicks Fans, all types of people, Sin from NBK, everybody. And when I got off the line, I could not I walked to the edge, bro, all the way to the edge where you can't walk no more. And they told me, nope, you can't continue to walk. You got to go backwards. So I was like, you're trying to play me. I walked all the way back, all the way to the edge of the other side, which was Beekman Street. And that was as far as you could go before they started telling me you can't go any further here. You got because they had the gates and cops there. You got to go back this way. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. Because by the time I got back to where I was in that area, the line was tremendous, and I couldn't get back on it. And then I was being told that they had already shut everything off. So people at the front of the line was like, nah, you can't get in. So it was a colossal cluster. And the worst part about it was hearing other people tell me stories. Yeah, I got there at 6:50. I got there at 7. I got in. I was like, what?
And that's what I see. And that's the problem, because I'm trying to be a good citizen. I would have been inside. If I would have just been a savage and just stayed right there, I would have been in the parade.
Listen,
but people were online, and nobody respected the line, Ron.
And that is the thing. The people who got rewarded was the people who didn't respect the line. The people I know they bum certain areas. They might have bum rushed the gate a little bit, so they caught a couple people, but a lot of people made it in and really got their shot. I know, I heard from somebody else. I won't not blow them up. They're my peoples, but he had to do what he had to do. He told me, listen, I was waiting online. They said they shut it down. The line wasn't moving. I was right next to the gate, and somebody was like, yo, because somebody got sick. They were like, yo, the cops are going to deal with that sick person. yo, as soon as they move, I'm gonna open this gate. Let's slide in. And that's what they did. And that's how
Wow.
they got in. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was a lot of that going on. But where I was at, they were civilized adults. We didn't, it was crazy though. It was crazy. Yeah, the man dropped the ball, so I had to fry him, Ron. I'm sorry.
Hey man, no, he deserves it. Listen, the bottom line is, as much as I love his speech,
Right.
he's the mayor of New York City, yo. He gotta do what he gotta do, bro.
I know.
He gotta be better, man. He gotta be better. He's getting fried for a lot of things. And now, when parade, a happy moment for New York City and all of us fans that have been waiting all this time. Some people been waiting 53 years. You gotta let these people see what they gotta see, man.
Yeah, man. But yo, Ron, I appreciate you, man. You're a giant, man. Yeah. You completely messed up. Yo, because guys, if you hadn't seen his show, he looks like he's like 5'10", like a regular sized guy. But no, he's not. He's not.
I'm a little taller. Yeah, a little bit.
So tomorrow you be doing Know the Ledge, 11 o'clock, right? 11:30?
Yeah, 11:30. I'll be rocking and rolling, man. Hey, I appreciate you, Karan, everything you do.
Yeah.
Keep doing the great work, man. People love the show because you give it.
Thank you.
You give them all the information they need, and you give them from a New York person who understands what it is. And I keep growing and glowing, brother. I always say it was dope meeting you. Looking forward to chopping it up with you in person again.
Oh, 100%. I can't wait to the next meeting, and it's going to be something. There's always something. So we'll be there.
And also, don't get too caught. Not you, but the fans. Don't get too caught up in the BSPNs and the Stephen A. Smiths and all these people, man. Because the one thing you got to understand about the media, they've learned the blueprint is they have to be definitive, whether it's right or wrong. They got to believe it so that you believe they believe it. So they're going to say a bunch of stuff that mean nothing. But they're going to act like it's the gospel. So don't take their word for word, bro.
100%, man. To me, it's content. So I said, okay. Because I'm trying to give Stephen A. the benefit of the doubt. He's saying that he apologized. He wants to atone for his Knicks stuff. He's off to a bad start. But we'll see. We'll see. We got a whole off season.
Dude, I'm you know how it is, man. Stephen A. Smith and BSPN, they're gonna keep doing what they do. But I wanted to leave you with one thing. This is a thing that nobody's thinking about because we're coming off a championship. You know how easy it is for the Knicks to maneuver some stuff around, knowing that they've got their core pieces that have won a championship and realize how good they are. You know how easy it would be for them to maneuver a couple things around and make this team even better.
Yeah, there's a couple of things on my mind. I'm not sure if everybody's going to agree to it, but there are some things. And look, Leon is going to do something, Ron. So regardless of the direction, there are ways to make us formidable enough to repeat.
100% agree with you, brother. They're going to talk about all the other teams that got better, and they're going to sleep on the Knicks again. So keep it up. Let the Knicks be the underdog.
Keep sleeping.
Yeah, well, I love it. All right, brother.
I love it. Thank you, Ron. Big time salute.
Take care, bro.
All right. That's my man, Ron from Still Knicks Fans. Great guy. Yo, let me tell you something, yo. He's a giant. Yo, I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe it, man. I told Mellow Mike, man. And to all the people who seen Mellow Mike, he's a big guy too. Ron makes Mellow Mike look like an average height guy. I'm like, yo, Mello, how does it feel to look up? It's crazy, but no, great time. And I was trying to link with him too. And, it sounds like his story might be worse than mine because he was in one interest and he had to go around. People were there early, bro, and they didn't get in trying to be cordial. But like he said, a lot of the knuckleheads who wasn't the most friendly, they got in. It's wild. Like, it's wild to me. Let me see if my man Mike is still there. Mike, not from the islands. Let's see if he answers the line. What's good, Mike?
What's up, champion?
Hey, man. Oh, champ. We in the building.
Hey, I gotta say, it would have taken a couple of police departments to secure New York the way they had to. And I don't think they had it in the budget, Karan. They didn't expect us to win. But the politicians, they got to make it. They got to make something out of nothing. But when the Knicks won, they had a big pot to work with. You know, that's what it is. You can't blame him. He trying.
I'm blaming him because I petitioned to him. I told him what was going to
I
happen. I
know,
said, yo,
but
put it on the
if
big avenues. I tell you,
if
put
if
it on the big
if they,
avenues.
I agree with you. If they would have did the big avenues, they would have had to employ New Jersey, Philadelphia, upstate New York, Long Island, everything. You know, it was so many people. I watched it from the television.
Oh, okay.
In the
Smart man.
sanctity of my home. And
Smart.
I'm telling you, it's no way that police department, New York City, could have contained that crowd anywhere else. And that's why they put it in that small area. That was just a mile. And it was people outside of that. New York, we celebrated, that was a world celebration for all the fans. Everybody, look, the TV stations, everybody was hyped. I've never seen a celebration for any championship like that. And I know Willis Reed and DeBusschere and lean back Dick Barnett are sitting back from the heavens. Yeah, we got our celebration. Because you know they didn't even celebrate the Knicks in the 69, 70,
Ooh,
73.
I got the story on that too.
They never celebrated them like that. They never had a parade. Why did everybody else have a parade and they didn't get a parade?
I'll talk about that tonight. I actually got the story. I could explain exactly why that happened.
Oh, I want to hear. I'm going
to
key into that. I got to hear that.
It'll blow your mind.
And on my mind is, you know, Reed Shepherd from the Houston Rockets, right? Do you think he still wants to be second tier after his rookie contract? This kid is the truth. He got a 40-inch vertical. He played D. He can knock it down, but he's going to come off the bench. He's always thought of like a third-tier guy. And I'm telling you, I would trade Jose Alvarado, you know, sign and trade. Can we do sign and trades, Karan?
No, not if it keeps you in the apron. I'm going to talk more about that tonight, about the apron
Okay,
politics.
the apron, and that's another thing. I'm sorry, but your boy Ron that came on from, it's ironic that I get to come on after Ron from Still Knicks Fan with you.
Salute
you guys got to get together. Please, we got to direct our team to greatness. Because, you know, Stephen A. is doing his job. He's a caricature. So he's doing his job. He's doing his job. But I'm glad that he doubts us. I just want the Knicks not to trade away their draft pick for Sadiq Bey. I want them to be in this draft. And Chris Sinak is a beast. This dude rebounds, blocks, scores, and he's 19. He went to the Rucker and played like 16, 17 years old.
Oh, so you know about this kid.
Yeah.
So why they don't got his numbers up there? They just say he played 24 minutes.
They doing him a disservice. And I think they doing him like the Knicks did. Who's the rookie we got this year? Not Dadier, the other rookie, Diawara.
Diawara?
Knicks didn't play him, you know, so nobody got an eye on him. So now they can re-sign him. They're hoping they stashed him a little bit with the Knicks. So nobody's going to try to pay him a little extra to get him from the Knicks. Diawara is the truth. Somebody can steal him, but if they don't know about it,
we got a lot of enemies, man. We got a lot of enemies, my
they'll
brother.
They'll sign him for GP. I know. I'm
for
scared of that.
GP, like the Nets.
Yeah, he's the only one.
The Nets.
He's the only one. I think we may lose him because dude only 21 years old, man.
He's
and
nice.
He got skills. It's just that they didn't play him. But the Knicks, and I love Rose because I hope I'm praying Rose is doing this. Every year he go back in the draft, right?
Yeah.
What about this year he do a bait and swap? Everybody think he gonna trade the pick, go back. What if he get deep in this draft? This is the draft to change the direction of your team. These guys, Abuka Okori, 40-inch vertical. This dude can shoot Stanford. Dude is like AI. Nobody even really looking at him. Christian Anderson, point guard. All of the point guards in this draft are generational.
Okay. Well, look, man, Mike, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for giving me some more insight on that. What's his name? Cedric?
Chris Sinak's a monster, man. I would love to get him. And remember Bob Miller, too. We can get him in the second round. We got the 31st pick. He's a monster.
I know Baba. Yeah, he's a monster. I'm doing my homework, man. And we're going to do a draft show on Tuesday, man. So hopefully I see you in the building, my brother.
Yeah. You're going to see me because we need it. You got to let them know. We behind them. Y'all got to get in this. And then let them come after us now. We got the target on our back. Come now. We ready.
We ready, man. Big time salute, Mike. Have a great day.
You too,
No
man.
doubt.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me insight on the Sinat kid, because I don't know nothing about him. But I will be doing my homework, so when the Tuesday show come, I'm gonna know everybody, because I'm just doing my scouting reports. And a lot of these kids I've seen, but I forgot, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest college basketball head like that. I'm not, but I'm trying to get more into it, because it's a great game to watch, and I love basketball. So, Tugboat,
what's happening, KP?
Hey man, you made the greatest decision not to come to New York, my brother. You would have been pissed off, dog.
Look, man, I was keeping up with it. I watched it on TV.
Smart man.
Yeah, it was. Wait, so what's your story? I mean, I know you probably already told it. I'm just getting in. What's your? Did you at least get on the side?
I never got inside, brother. Yeah, Mondani dropped the ball, and everybody's captivated by his speech. But I speak for the thousands of New Yorkers that was outside of the parade.
You got your Dolan face on.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get your votes.
No, I don't care about that. Listen, I don't care about the politics side, because they got beef, so it's gonna be nasty work anyway. But
yeah,
for me, I'm saying that they knew that they weren't going to be able to cater to everyone. Mm-hmm. And so they chose to keep it in this space, knowing you're going to have thousands of people outside going crazy. People were assaulted. It was wild. And the police couldn't do nothing about it.
Oh, well, yeah. I did see a couple videos of the women on the
woman where I was at. A guy was literally smacked right in the face. Bow! Right in front of the cop. Wow. Everybody just acted like it was nothing. I don't mean to laugh. But
yeah, that is what
it was out of control. I'm gonna keep it real, Tugboat. Luckily, the people that were with me were civilized people, because I ain't gonna lie, I was with some savages. There's a guy named Mario Machete. He did 27 years. He makes his rounds online now. He's on YouTube doing interviews, trying to change his life around. But he did 27 years for a murder he didn't do. He's right next to me, telling stories that I met him. Great guy. We chopped it up, exchanged numbers. And, he was the one that settled me down, because I was tight. But there was guys like that next to me, right?
Yeah.
If they would have decided, we bum rushing it,
you would have been in there.
The gate would have been crazy.
Yeah.
It would have been crazy.
And who was that was Ron that spoke up on the fact that, because I saw a lot of people that was there at 4 a.m. didn't get in, then the people that got there at 7 a.m. are standing right there in great spots. And I'm like, how?
Tugboat, you know why? Because
and then
there
I
was
heard
no
about police.
order.
Yeah, but I heard police were selecting people to come in and doing, there's always going to be some underhanded stuff like that going on.
It was Tugboat, listen to me. There was a line. So, you got an intersection. You got a block going to another block, creates an intersection, right? Mm-hmm. So we all trying to, let's say people trying to turn right, trying to go left. We all trying to go, and then people going straight into the same block, right? Mm-hmm. The people that's coming from the left and right, they flooded in the inside. The people who are going straight were lined up from 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
and didn't get in.
Yeah, y'all try to rely on the civility of others. That's a little crazy.
Tugboat, I would have been inside. Tugboat, listen, I would have been inside.
Because I waited in the line for Jordans when I was in middle school, and I'll never forget. There was a line, and a guy said, I don't give a F. There ain't no line. Who said there's a line? There ain't no line. And I was like, damn.
There ain't no line.
There ain't no line. And then that killed the whole thing. And the crowd went up to the door and, looked like Black Friday all over again. And I was like, that's
Tugboat,
a fact, right? There is
listen,
no line.
Tugboat, the funny part is I was right there, dog. I was right at the intersection with my man William. A guy came from France. My man Will. He met me out there. You just happened to see each other because he told me he was coming. And luckily we met because he ain't know nobody. He flew out from France. He saw me. Me and my man Will, he is a subscriber to the channel. Me and my man Will was right at the intersection. We wanted to be good Samaritans and go to the back of the line.
Wow.
Have we stayed right here, we're going to just ran in. We would have been up in there, and it would have been a different show today. I'd be like, yo, man, it was great. I was inside. I can't speak for you guys outside. So everybody who's saying it's a great parade, they were inside. Everybody who's saying it was a bad parade, they were outside. Simple.
Hey, man. I mean, shit. Yeah. 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 I don't know, man. I mean, they definitely should have. They knew what they were doing. That's what just what I got from it. They knew what they were doing. They were limited in space.
Yeah.
I don't think they had. Do you think they had the manpower for 7th Ave?
No,
Yeah.
for 7th Ave, yeah. But like the
Think
brother
so?
just said, it would have cost more money.
Oh,
So there was a fixed
yeah.
budget. And of course, like, yeah, they could have got 20, 30,000 officers, but that's overtime. That's special. You know what I'm saying? So they pretty much they shortchanged New Yorkers. That's what they did. That's what I called them out for.
But
They knew it was going to be too many people.
Yeah, and that's the only thing though, because it's like, all right, so do you, as the mayor, do you say, all right, our guys are in the finals, let's prepare the parade now, let's get the budget set now, or do they?
Yeah, that's what I would have did.
Yeah, but because
we going down 7th Avenue, we going down 5th Avenue. That's where the big parades are on 5th Avenue.
Yeah. It to me it just looked like a last minute thing. It looked like a last.
It was a last
parade,
minute thing. It was. And that's why his speech, it was a great speech. I don't give a damn about your speech, man. I stand outside with the other thousands of New Yorkers, man.
ChatGPT killed his speech, bro. That was a mean ChatGPT speech. It was a fire speech.
Yeah. Yo, listen, they tried to say, yo, Mondani's a great Knicks fan. I put the picture up there. Let me see if I can still do it right now. Did you see the Dylan Jones jersey for Patrick Ewing? He knows about basketball.
Yeah, I was the one that posted that. And they're like, all right, you expect him, not anybody in Discord, but I seen where somebody was like, yo, you expect him to like see all that? I'm like,
yes. If I was mayor,
yes.
Yo, we delaying another hour. We got to take that Dylan Jones jersey down. They're not about to fry me on social media. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but that,
like, I don't know what's going on. I got 33 up in there. It would have just been hey, Dylan, I appreciate you, but we made a mistake. Your name ain't going to be up there, brother. Sorry to hear it. I mean, you ain't played for real anyway, so sorry.
Yeah, we got to take that down. But that shows me, Tugboat, that is politics, my brother. That's it.
Yeah,
it's politics.
I mean, you can tell me, we ain't gonna go too deep into politics, but I didn't really like how there was more politicians talking than the players. I didn't really like that.
Hello.
But I didn't really like that. You know, all the other, I don't want to be the Debbie down on the parade because I'm glad we had one, but I just don't feel like it was executed. I don't feel like it was it didn't feel like it was 53 years waiting.
No.
You know what I mean? It didn't feel like that.
Right. And that's why I'm here to bring the balance, because everybody bigging it up. Nah, dog, I'm going to bring the other side. I got to tear it down. You build it up, I'm going to tear it down. And I'm clipping this, too. I'm clipping my segment I did, and I'm putting it out there. That's a fact. Right after the show, I'm dropping the clip tonight.
What's the positive notes? What's the positive notes people are saying? Because like I said, I just got here.
Everybody who was inside the parade loved it.
Yeah. You inside the parade?
If you were inside, it was great.
Yeah.
If you were a celebrity, fire.
It was funny watching it happen because I was watching in real time online, seeing the people get in, seeing the people who didn't get in, and you know it was absolutely chaotic. And then I turned it on the TV, and it was like a complete flip of the switch, and it looked peaceful, it looked perfect, and I was like, oh, look at that. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know. There's people that's been out here waiting since 3 a.m. and they can't get in, and there's somebody who got there at 7 a.m. and he had some of the best seats I've seen. I was like,
they bum rush. They climbing buildings. Yo, Tubbo, people were on top of building. I met somebody, yo, we had to get on the building. The security said, screw it. Everybody get on the building. I was like, what?
Yeah, Miles Morales out there?
Bro, they talk about the security. They talk about, dude, that was not a security. Thousands of people got in there not screened, dog. Them cats was not screened.
Oh, yeah. No, I see
they
that.
were not screened, bro.
Yeah, I saw when the guy opened the gate up, he was just letting people in. I was like, yo, so what's this screening process?
Dog.
What's the screening process? I seen people with bags inside. I was like, so what's the screening process?
This lady, bro, this lady. We'll talk more about this in the Discord.
It was 2 million people. You could only expect. It was 2 million people.
Bro.
2 million plus. Excuse me.
The stuff that I saw, bro, insane, bro.
But did you have a good time before we go? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, because I met good people,
good.
man. You know,
Right on.
and I met my people. You know, because I could have dipped
Right
on
on,
them.
man.
Because I seen the whole train got off at Fulton Street. I could have did that. I said, nah, I'm gonna go where I told people to meet me, just in case it's pop out. Because Will would have been by himself.
Yeah.
You know,
that's fine,
so I'm
man.
glad that I went out there. And then I saw my man Grady High, who always calls up. He was out there with some more
that's
kids
what's
I
up.
went to high school with, people I went to high school with. Yeah, great. I reconnected with them. You know, then we went to American Whiskey. You know, a lot of people popped out. Juan from Carolina, Lopez.
Oh, bet. That's what's up, man.
Steve from Yonkers, right? Somebody else put a comment on the short I dropped, you know, when I was kind of highlighting my story, and they were like, yo, man, I was like 15 feet behind you, but it was so much people I couldn't say nothing to you. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you still had a good time, made the best of it, man. I mean, but they definitely, you know, but we'll get one this year, and hopefully they plan it a lot better and do a lot better. You know,
You know what I said? I'm glad you brought that up, because you know what I said? Yo, next year I'm gonna be on the float. I'm gonna be on the float, dog. I'm gonna force the man to put me on the float.
All right, ain't nothing wrong with that.
OKF Nation to the top, dog. We gonna have the OKF
Yes,
Nation float.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'll be
T-shirts and
there.
everything.
Yeah, let me pedal the bike.
We gonna have our own float, dog. That's what it is, you know. Because yeah, it was cool. You know, it is what it is.
I'm glad you got out there. You know, you still had a decent time, and you came out there health and wealth, man. So
yeah,
we'll talk about more in Discord and see. Now I want to hear your real truth.
Yeah, we gonna talk more about it in Discord. It's crazy, man. Crazy. But tonight I'm coming back. I'm gonna do a second apron show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got to talk about it, because I don't think people understand the ramifications of the second apron. So I gotta break it down, because I support Dolan's. Yeah, I support Dolan's decision for a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of reasons, and I get where he's coming from. So,
all right, what time you doing that? Around what time you doing that?
Probably 10.
Okay,
like 9:30, 10. I gotta make sure my son is asleep, because you know he's obsessed with me, man. He's obsessed with me.
That's a great blessing to have.
Dude, he barely let me did this show today because he stayed home. Man. Yeah. But,
is he feeling all right?
Yeah, he had a fever yesterday. He's good today though. He don't got no fever today, so.
Right on. Yeah, I was on daddy mode today too. I took my boy out bowling for his birthday. We had a great time.
Oh man, happy birthday, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate you.
That's fire. So, yeah, man. But
we'll
be back tonight. If you pop in, we'll talk more. All right.
Yep, I'll be there. I'll be listening. If it's about the second apron, I got a lot to learn, so I'll probably just shut up and listen.
100%. I appreciate it, man. Big time.
All right, brother.
All right. That's my man Tugboat, the captain of OKF Nation ship. Yeah, we're gonna be back tonight to talk about the second apron, and I'm gonna break it down why Dolan is making the wise decision to stay out of the second apron. This is the business of basketball. I've been telling y'all this for the past 3 years I've been here. You know, they gonna do what's right for them. So when Jose says, I got to get a bag, dog, you better go get that bag. But we'll be back tonight. Until next time, as always, let's go Knicks.